Hello there, and welcome back to day two of Beauty Online Trade Show. You are now watching us live at www.beautyonlinetradeshow.com. I hope all of you have enjoyed and learned a lot during our presentations by our Thailand and South African exhibitors. As mentioned, there will be many more South African products and sharing sessions today. Not only South African sharing sessions, there will be so much more than that today. Just some important notes to our online audiences, and especially if you're new to our channel, should there be anybody who would like to send in any inquiry, or if you have any questions, drop us a message or a WhatsApp. Just look for the WhatsApp or Messenger button located at the bottom right of your beautyonlinenutrition.com website page, and our personnel will attend to you very soon. So while you're watching our online live streaming activities, you can also scroll down to source for the best products and even purchase some of them instantly too. Don't go anywhere when we're having a session break, and stay with us because we promise to bring you the most exciting and the most fruitful online activities that you should not miss. Now, it's time for us to dive right into our first session of today. Are you ready? Because my co-host Queen will be interviewing the general manager of Bella Bachi of South Africa. That's right, I'm talking about Miss Nicolette Shanken. Bella Bachi International is actually a leader in modernizing cupping massage therapy and handcrafted health as well as wellness products. It's very, very different compared to what we have known in the Asian cupping technique, whereby Bella Bachi uses the latest in technology, science, and Eastern medicine to create superior quality products. By far, Bella Bachi has been supplying for luxury spas and health-conscious consumers, such as in the US, the UK, in Europe, Brazil, the Baltics, the East, and of course, Africa, and many more countries. Best part of all, you and I will get to learn about this cupping at the comfort of your home. So let's hear it from Miss Nicolette. Over to you, Queen.
All right. So next we have our general manager of Bella Bachi, a luxurious spa and wellness brand from South Africa. So another South African friend is going to come online over here on Beauty Online Trade Show platform to share with us more. And with that, we bring to you Miss Nicolette Skanken. Hi, Nicolette. Hello.
Thank you for the introduction.
Hi. How are you?
Thank you. Very well. Very happy to be here. It's a very cold and wet South Africa at the moment, especially Cape Town. And yes, we are very happy to be speaking with you today.
Thank you. Although we are miles and miles apart, I mean, not just miles, it's very far away, different region, different continent. But again, we are able to meet virtually online. This is definitely a pleasure. So, Nicolette, you're going to talk to us about your company and your brand today, right? Can you share with us more about it?
Thank you for that. So Bella Bachi is the brainchild of Karen Trabelsi, and Karen's journey starts as an aromatherapist and also the owner of luxury spas. And she was always faced with therapists having issues with wrist and pain in their body from doing many hours of massage. And also she herself experienced cupping massage in its true form. And this came about that she modernized cupping and created it into a hand squeezable cupping massage system. And then she integrated with Dr. Sandy Nye, who is an integrative medical specialist, and Darren Shield, who is a famous compounder in South Africa. And the three of them have created this wonderful synergy of formulas topically applied. And you can find these in all of the wonderful big resort spas across the world. We have developed in creating extra niche brands for retail as well as for home use. And then our professional market is Bella Bachi. And then, of course, we always want to be ethical and sustainably sourced in all our ingredients. We do community programs, and it has really just been such a great journey as we have grown to where we are today.
Wow, very interesting. Thank you so much for the detailed, simple yet very easy to understand, background information about company and your brand. Seems like looking at the slides and the video shown here, some of the brands we are actually very familiar with. Just that, as consumers, we might not know that, it actually comes under Bella Baci. So, now that you've got such a special product, which I believe not much people are doing it, especially in this industry itself. We're talking about cupping techniques and all the others, the things that you've mentioned here, aromatherapy, homeopathy, and also Ayurveda. So can you tell us a bit more about cupping, actually? Because I know that cupping is well known, especially in the China market among the Chinese and maybe around among the Balinese, right? But how is it famous in South Africa, and how does it help in terms of health and beauty?
Well, since we started this journey, Karen, when she modernized the hand squeezable, glidable cupping massage system, it has grown from a spa treatment that can be used in conjunction with your Swedish massages, and then it has grown into a treatment on its own. Like, for instance, you can go to a Four Seasons and you can book a Bella Baci cupping massage, and they will do our signature sequence, which is a full body cupping massage. But also, it's not just the cups, it's always got the hands pressure on as well. Many people are sometimes scared that cupping means that it's just going to be a cup placed on the body. And now with that's not at all the case. It's an actual massage. I always tell people Bella Baci is much like a dance where the cup is held in between the hands and the hands are gliding on the body slowly, contouring with the body, and the cup is doing the work for the therapist. So the client is benefiting from positive and negative pressure at the same time, but it feels wonderful. It's such a healing massage. It warms the body, it gets the blood flowing, and it's a great detoxification process as well.
Okay, okay. Well, interesting. Listening to Nicolette, it's as if she was teaching us already, how you can do it at home, right? I can you show us some simple steps? I mean, I believe you have some tools with you, right? Do you?
I always do. Everybody knows who knows me that if they go into from my bedroom to my bathroom, look in my handbag, I always have Bella Baci cups with me. When I fly, I do a lot of transatlantic flights when you get a stiff neck or your ankles are swollen and you just want to get some relief.
Yeah.
Also with facial cupping, the 40s is not an easy age to grow into. So facial cupping is a great anti-aging facelift without any real intervention. Many people need to go for surgery to get what we do just with a cup. So just to show you, so when you're doing a glidable cupping massage with Bella Baci, you're going to take some of your oil, which is infused with homeopathy and aromatherapy, and you're going to apply it to your treatment area.
Can you put it slightly higher towards the camera so that we can see it clearer? Yeah. Okay. So this is the treatment oil or cream, right?
That's right. And then you're going to take your cup and you're going to squeeze it ever so slightly.
Oh, okay. It's a rubber cup or silicone, right?
Full grade silicone, actually. So then you can put it down. And if you want to perform the ancient form of cupping where you do placement, you will just leave it there. But in our Bella Baci system, the cup is moved around on the body. And just to show your hand around it, you will drain fluid, you will create immediate blood circulation. The cup softly along the tissues, manipulating the muscles and helping you for pain relief, for detoxification, anti-aging, and circulatory benefits.
Does it create red bruises after the cupping?
That is always where we have to help to put clients at ease, because people, when they think of cupping, they think about those red marks, which is created by leaving the cup stationary on the skin like this. And it's actually not even a bruise. It's just pulling toxins to the surface. Your lymphatic system runs just underneath the skin. So once the toxins are there, then your lymphatic system under the skin can deal with it. So a bruise is usually a contusion where you've actually hit someone. This is just pulling up toxins from below, dumping it into your lymphatic system so that your lymph system, which is able to drain toxins, can then move it to the expelling system. So, but now we always glide the cups. We do movement cupping. So we don't focus on placement cupping. Ours is a full body holistic treatment so that you don't just do a spot treatment like this. You're going to treat the full body and make sure there's coverage on every inch of the body.
Wow, it's really quite different as compared to ours, to be honest. It's I mean, to many Chinese method, I'm very familiar with the Asian way, the Chinese way of cupping, just exactly like what you mentioned. You know, you stay stationary at one spot, but never this type of cupping method, which I find it pretty fascinating. Thank you so much for sharing with us. It actually, you also actually mentioned about some of the health benefit by pulling the, you know, the toxic from the lymphatic system up by, you know, having this cupping techniques, right, going on.
Exactly. And even for areas like cellulite, ladies always have a few dimples that they would like to treat. So cellulite is something that's very difficultly treated and all very expensive to go for machine-based treatments. So with us, you can get excellent results. You cannot even compare our results to that of machines if you take about the cost that is so low, and then also the results achieved is much faster, and then also the client does this at home as well as going for their professional treatments. So they get faster results, it's easier, it's pain-free, it's very cost-effective, and why would you want to pay so much money if you can rather do Bela Bachi and get better results?
So, you know, we now learn about your techniques and some of the treatments and services that you offer. What about the products you have? Can you show us and tell us a bit about it?
Sure. So with cupping, we don't just do for the body. We also have facial cupping. So I just want to show you very quickly. So it's a tiny cup that you're going to squeeze, and then you're going to use them with our wonderful genies that you are currently seeing on the screen. So we have different formulas for different areas of the body. You have anti-aging, you have circulation, pain relief, but then our other niche ranges as for home use that you can use with the cups or on its own as well. It's for sports enhancement. There's a range for menopause, which is the first in the world for a topical applied product that helps women in menopause and perimenopause. Then we have wonderful products for mask sanitizing that increases also your immune function with essential oils. So that is our main core, is to bring natural ingredients, because natural medicine is what it's all about and what your body can really handle. So applied, no digestive stress is created. A lot of people get irritation in the stomach from taking internal medicine. So ours is topically applied on the spot to give you relief or to improve the concern in that area.
Wow. From the slides, we can tell that there are actually so many products under them, you know, and they all have a unique design, it seems, right?
Very unique.
Yeah, you want to talk about the unique design? I mean, was it you who designed these products?
Well, you know, packaging is never done. It is a ongoing project. We are never completely happy, but we need to make sure that packaging always reflects what's on the inside. We know beautiful packaging sells, and it needs to be representative of the beautiful ingredients inside. So when we do those, people run for our booth because they see something beautiful, and the beauty of the product helps them to get interested and then stand still and listen about the story. And then once they learn about the concept and what the products do, that is already telling them the product to improve natural wellness in their lives. So have a wonderful design team. Like I say, it's never really done. We've grown from older type of packaging to new type. This is our latest look. And I think this is the one that we're going to stay with, because all our luxury resorts prefer the packaging that we are currently using. We love using color as well. Color therapy is part of our concept, where we use color to identify concerns in the body. Also, the user friendliness of packaging is very important. The jars and the pumps and everything needs to work properly so that the client experiences ease of use when they are decanting from the container. So yes, everything needs to work together very well so that we have a beautiful brand that's encapsulated in a beautiful packaging as well.
I think, yeah, you're right, because packaging is the first impression that consumers get to
Right.
know you. If you're captivated by the design itself, exactly like what you said, they would be interested to know more about the brand, the function, and what they can do about it. That's how I was always attracted to products as well. So
And I
talk
think
about, sorry?
especially women.
Yes, we are such we do judge a book by its cover in certain ways. All right, now talk about, you have just mentioned about your team, your products, and let's talk a little bit more about your treatments and spa. From what I know so far is that, the Bella Baci, they do offer luxurious spa all over the world, especially, in hotels, am I right, and resorts.
Yes. We are actually launching into the Four Seasons in the UAE this week, so it's a very exciting week for us as well.
Mm-hmm.
But we are in Ritz-Carlton, very big areas of the Marriott group because they've got different hotels falling under the Marriott group.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of resort spas, the Lux Group, Belmont. So we are definitely one of the top choices for resort spas. So any country that we enter, we always ask our distributor, please to go and see these spas because they already are introduced to the brand. They just need to find out who's the distributor. So I'm now currently exporting to 22 countries and, it's always growing. So Southeast Asia is definitely our target market and we do get a lot of interest from Southeast Asia. And because the cupping is already known, but now it's an easy treatment and you can go for a Bella Baci massage in a spa, you can do it at home. We have lots of tutorials to help the clients understand how to use the products at home. But in spa, like for instance, for Four Seasons, we created a special menu just for them. So we have a contract so that the treatment menu that they have is only for them. So we do have exclusive partnership with our resort spas.
All right, now that you have given us so much insight about your products and also some of the services, you have also mentioned that Bella Baci is very suitable for those who want to have a luxurious spa at home, especially at times like this, in times of pandemic, right? So, is there anything of your product or your treatment that we could, that you could tell us, especially us over here in Southeast Asia region, where our weather is unlike, the South Africa. We do have most of our region here in Southeast Asia. We only enjoy tropical weather climate throughout the year. So, in these circumstances, are there any suitable products that you would like to name a few for us as our last question today?
I would definitely say our three-step rituals that contains a mitt to either exfoliate the body or exfoliate the face. And then it comes with a home cupping set with the massage oil of your concern that you have chosen. Because as you can see on the screen, that method is very old-fashioned. It's also for specific practitioners. But now with Bella Baci, we have made it modern. We have made it easy to use where people can take the system into their hands and be their own therapist. So you literally just need to take your genie oil, you're going to apply it, and then you squeeze the cup, and there you go. So for sports massage, for preparing or recovering from sports injuries, then for cellulite, for facial treatments, people now need to learn how to be their own therapist, especially with spas being closed. So will still give you professional results that you can gain at home. You can do this in front of the TV. You can lie in bed with your cups. You can lie outside next to the pool, and you can better yourself every day. So the Bella Baci system is like exercise. The more you do, the better your results is going to be. So you can massage your partner, you can massage your friend, you can massage yourself, and it's really a very easy, simple way to do. And all you need is a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And the cups, once you put them down, you can immediately see and feel That is the most important thing. You can feel a difference happening in that area, and that inspires people to carry on with that.
Well, I'm watching I'm watching the video right now, and I see how it's being applied on an athlete, just on the sports guy. He was applying it all over his breast, his chest, and I now understand what you mean when you say, loosening the cellulite when she started doing it on her thigh area, right? Especially at the buttock area until the thigh, even the butterfly wings, wings like I have right now.
And you'll be amazed, Kim Kardashian with her buttocks is very much in the news all the
Yes.
time.
Yes.
And the most amazing butt lift, if I can call it that, with our cups.
Oh.
And people paying thousands of dollars to have surgery where they can actually just use a Bella Baci cup, and just 10 minutes a day, 5 minutes per side, they can do a natural butt lift, and then there's no downtime, no pain, no injury, no surgery.
Cost
And there's no
effective.
cost. Exactly. So it's such an easy way to get great results, and you don't even have to go under the knife.
Wow, non-invasive. Okay, it's great. I didn't know that. This is definitely a fun fact. Now we know how Kardashian's family got their butt lift. All right, thank you so much, Nicolette. I had such a great time with you. Thank you so much for sharing, your product, your brand, as well as some of the techniques. And now that we know that there is definitely another alternative other than, surgeries, aesthetic, methods that we always go for as an alternative to treat some of the beauty concerns that we have. We now have Bella Baci. Now, for those of you who are interested, you know what you can do. You can always drop us a message at the messenger button at the bottom right of our page. Of course, and look for Bella Baci's page on www.beautyonlinetradeshow.com and contact them directly. We will put you guys in touch. All right. So with that, thank you so much, Nicolette. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing with us. I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Wow, thank you, Queen and Nicolette, for letting us know the importance of cupping, especially with the cupping and health products from Bella Baci, South Africa. It's really, really suitable for all of us, especially with the current lockdown situation where we cannot go anywhere out there to enjoy our favorite massage session. So why not trying out Bella Baci cupping? Now, here's the good news to everybody. Since Bella Baci is now looking for importers and distributors in Malaysia, and as well as the rest of Southeast Asian countries, where Miss Nicolette will be doing a special presentation on this coming Friday, which is on the 9th of July, presenting more of their products. So if any of you have any questions or would like to attend a B2B matching session, send us a WhatsApp or message at a WhatsApp or Messenger button located at the bottom right of your screen. And we shall send you a meeting link, which you'll be able to access and meet Nicolette face-to-face, but online. In the next session at 12 noon, you'll be hearing a lot from an international tea company and which has distributed the teas worldwide. Rooibos tea is originated from South Africa, and it's not just about tea. It has a lot of usage besides only making tea, and the benefits of their teas is absolutely amazing. Now, are you wondering why a tea company like Rooibos is in a beauty trade show? Tell you what, you'll be surprised because in a short while, you'll be finding out more from Kieran Steyn van Zyl, who is the Southeast Asia and Greater China Company representative of Rooibos Tea Limited of South Africa. And let us show you the great story of Rooibos Tea.
All the way from South Africa, ladies and gentlemen, we have for you the producer of famous Rooibos tea. I myself am a tea lover and I can't wait to dive deeper into this topic. And with that, we have for you Mr. Kieran from South Africa. Hi, Kieran.
Hi, good afternoon to you, Queen.
Hi, good afternoon. Great to have you here with us, speaking to us over here on Beauty Online Trade Show platform. And for your information, ladies and gentlemen, Kieran over here, this very good looking gentleman, he is Southeast Asia and Greater China Company representative, and he speaks a lot of languages, including Mandarin, German, and Dutch, right?
That's correct. Yeah, I do
Okay.
my best.
All right, thank you. All right, now before we go into that, we're going to talk, of course, about rooibos tea, which is our main topic today. So, a lot of people might not know what rooibos tea actually is, right, Kieran? We have heard about it, but not many people have tried it before. And I did not know that it's actually originated from South Africa. So, with that, can you tell us about the story and the history of rooibos tea?
Absolutely, Queen. So rooibos tea it's a kind of a herbal tisane that is consumed as a tea in South Africa and all over, in fact, many countries all over the world. But
Mm-hmm.
rooibos tea story actually started, in fact, around a few hundred years ago when we had the Dutch settlers. So South Africa was first colonized by the Dutch settlers in about 1652.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Dutch settlers started expanding out just from the Cape, which is Cape Town today. They started expanding out into the interior, into the farmlands, looking for farms.
Mm-hmm.
And during those times, they stumbled across a very popular drink, which was consumed by the local people. So basically, the indigenous South African people, who what we would call the Khoisan today. They were largely nomadic bushmen that lived in and around caves and whatnot. And they had a very famous drink that they used to drink as a medicine. And in fact, that was wild harvested rooibos.
Mm.
So the Dutch realized that this was a very, very popular drink and that it had medicinal value. And they decided that for these reasons, they would also like to try it. So in and around the 1800s, the Dutch actually started to kind of micro harvest this tea for their own use for the people that lived out in the interior of South Africa.
Mm.
And then when you went around to your friends' houses or your friends' farmhouses, there would be a pot of tea
Mm-hmm.
kind of burning on the stove. And and then people used to enjoy this rooibos tea during those
Mm.
times. It used to just kind of be, it would always be boiling. So you would just have rooibos when you wanted to have it at any time
Mm.
of day.
So can I put it this way, Rooibos is like it's like a daily drink that every household would have in South Africa. Am I right?
So that's correct, Queen. So rooibos can be consumed. They've done some studies on rooibos, and it can be consumed any time of day by
Mm.
anybody in the family because it doesn't have any, almost like water can be consumed. So it's
Mm.
got zero, they've found it to have zero risk, even with a lot of consumption.
Right. Talk about rooibos tea. I mean, for a lot of you who have not tried it before, including myself, well, there's so many teas being offered in the market, right? So, can you describe for us, just maybe roughly, how does it taste like? The flavor profile of rooibos tea, in your words.
Sure, sure. So rooibos, generally we have a kind of a flavor, it's
Mm.
called a flavor wheel. And on that flavor wheel, there's some very important flavors which would stand out in a high quality rooibos tea. So it almost has a bit of a sweet taste.
Mhm.
And then in that sweet taste, it shouldn't be too grassy, a little bit of a grassy feel, but
Mhm.
not too grassy. And it should also have almost a kind of a caramel taste to it as well. And then, yeah, so these are the main taste profiles of rooibos.
Right. So I'm surprised you actually have sweet in your flavor wheel, right? Because not many people would describe their tea as being sweet. We always know tea as being, bitter, or a little bit
Correct.
like you said, woody or grassy. But again, that's the beauty of tea, right? Because it has unpackable taste that which you do not know how does it taste like. So of course, if you're interested to find out more, that's why we have Kieran here to tell us about it, right? So let's go back to
Yes.
business. Let's go back to talking about business for rooibos tea. So how can it be so successfully distributed globally, actually?
Okay, that's a very good question, Queen. So I'll just finish off quickly where I was with the development of rooibos. So essentially in the early 1900s, because in the 1800s it was consumed by people, as I said, on a micro harvest basis. So people didn't really know how to harvest it
Mm-hmm.
professionally and harvest it well.
Yep.
But in the early 1900s, a Russian immigrant in South Africa, Russian of all places, he decided that he would try to experiment with germinating rooibos and with harvesting it properly.
Mm.
So for about 30 years, they went back and forward with experimenting with ways to harvest it commercially, and eventually they found some ways of. The biggest challenge was, of course, was organizing the seeds, because what they found is that if you follow the ants, you would find that the ants kept the seeds. They would take the seeds and they would keep the seeds in kind of their ant hills.
Mm-hmm.
So this was quite a big discovery for them, and that's basically what allowed them to collect seeds and plant seeds on a very large basis. So from the 1930s, they started to, because they could promote it commercially, they started to promote it in South Africa. And I think where you just got back to now, that's where you saw those on the presentation screen.
Mm.
That's where you saw the interest in rooibos starting to grow. But at the time, rooibos was considered, because it was produced fairly cheaply.
Mm.
They thought that rooibos was more of a kind of a low-end tea. So people still preferred, at the time, they still preferred tea from, your usual black tea from
Yes.
Sri Lanka and from Kenya and
Yes.
elsewhere, and even China. But then what happened in the Second World War is that the supply chains were disrupted, just like we're experiencing right now in the pandemic. The supply chains, but even more so back then, supply chains were disrupted quite heavily.
Mm.
So because of this reason, Queen, a lot of people started to consume rooibos for the first time, particularly in South Africa.
Mm. Wow,
And
that's quite a
then
story
rooibos
there.
kind of became known within South Africa on a commercial basis, but not so much around the world yet. And then in around the 1960s,
Mm-hmm.
there was a famous woman called Aniek Theron, who actually runs unfortunately, she would be about 90 now. She passed away in the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
But she basically discovered that she had a son who had colic, which is obviously just kids with digestion problems. And because they have digestion problems, they cry a lot. And also eczema, so various skin issues.
Mm.
And what she did is that she fed her baby rooibos, and the colic went away when he drank rooibos.
Wow.
But then the eczema was still there. So the one day she was bathing her baby, and she discovered that she dropped a tea bag into the bath by accident. And then the bath made quite a nice color in the bath. So she put another 2 tea bags in. So in total, Queen, it was 3 tea bags. And then she bathed her baby that night in tea bags, in rooibos tea, just 3 tea bags. And the next day, his eczema was half of what it was. It was almost gone. So she did it again, and within just a few days, the eczema was completely gone.
Wow.
So it was then that, because of that accidental experiment, that that in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, a whole lot of institutions all around the world, starting in South Africa, and extending into Japan, extending into Europe, so Germany, Holland, they all started doing experiments on rooibos to determine, what the real health effects were of rooibos. And because of this reason, it started to become more popular from this perspective, because there was more and more research on the positive health effects of rooibos. So that's the first bit of the success story of rooibos around the world.
Yeah.
Is that research. Now, Queen, the second bit that is quite important is that in 1954, just after the Second World War, because rooibos was being produced at various qualities, you could never get, it wasn't consistent quality, and the pricing was very, all over the show.
Yeah.
It was erratic and yeah, it was out of control. And customers around the world, including consumers in South Africa and customers in the export countries, they were very unhappy with the quality and the consistency. So
Mm.
the South African government at the time set up what was called the Rooibos Control Board. And this Rooibos Control Board was set up it was a processor to all the farmers. So it aggregated it took all the raw material, bought the raw material from them, and then it manufactured them in a very uniform way with a
Mm.
high level of making sure that there was no salmonella and other problems, because there could also have been potential health problems if it was just farmers producing it without any
Right.
oversight, regulatory oversight, for want of a better word. So when that happened, it basically that was 1954, and then this company it was a state-owned enterprise. I don't know if you have those in Malaysia, Queen, state-owned enterprises.
Sorry? Set O?
If you have state-owned enterprises in Malaysia, so any company that is connected to the government, it's almost a state.
Yes, yes, we do. But maybe we don't
Okay.
use this term to describe it. That's why I find it a little bit,
Oh, I
unfamiliar
see.
with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Never mind. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. So because of this reason, basically in this governmental wing started promoting rooibos around the world.
Yes.
So they invested in kind of a advertisement campaign in various countries to promote rooibos, and they partnered with the trade, so with our customers,
Mm-hmm.
and these customers also promoted rooibos in newspapers and in various forms of media.
Mm.
And then the previous government of South Africa, which was the apartheid government, they were disbanded with the release of Mandela, and that was in the early 1990s, and then in 1993, this state-owned enterprise that we call it, the Rooibos Control Board, became a private company, which did have some investment from the government, but at the time it was a private company, and that company is what we know today as Rooibos Limited. That's the company that I work for, that I represent in Southeast Asia and in China, Greater China.
Right.
So we then also invested, since that time, we've continued to invest in a lot of promotional campaigns, but also largely we've gone to a lot of trade shows all around the world, and fortunately had a wonderful opportunity of attending such interviews as well, like the interview we have today on your wonderful show, with the Health and Beauty. And through these means, we've been able to promote rooibos. But it's also because originally rooibos was just consumed as tea, but we knew that there was a lot more that rooibos could be used for. So we specifically targeted companies, and we specifically tried to market more to companies that do other applications of rooibos. So that would include your cosmetics, would include your kind of your bottled drinks, and anything in that. Rooibos can be used in anything. So it's used we compiled a book where 14 of South Africa's top chefs used rooibos to do, they basically use it as a base for the ingredients. And it's produced a wonderful range of puddings, desserts, and other types of food. They can use it with meat and everything. So those are probably the main reasons for our success. It's the kind of the uniformation or unifying the whole rooibos process, make it uniform, and then the other reason would just be the promotions and working very closely with the trade to promote that research that's been done into rooibos and to create those new applications.
Right.
So I hope that answered your question, Bea.
Yes, you did, actually. It was quite a history. It was a long history. Like in a short few minutes, we actually got to know so much more about rooibos, how it happened, how it was found, and how it was slowly developed. And then everybody's in South Africa starting drinking it, and now it's being brought all over the world. And marketing has been going on strong. And now, I mean, the reason why Kieran is here with us is also because we are here not only to talk about rooibos tea, but we want to talk about the potential of it, as a raw and natural ingredient being made and developed further, or maybe research and look into it more, especially into creating beauty products, right, Kieran? Because
That's correct.
you also mentioned about the medicinal benefits, how it could help to also make it into beauty products and whatnot. So how about dwelling a little bit more about on its medicinal effects and also its beauty effect? How about that? Because from what you told me just now, it was quite a miracle using rooibos to actually heal eczema, as you have mentioned, right? And also indigestion. And anything else that you would like to add on to its medicinal effect and also its beauty effects?
Absolutely, Queen. That's a very good question. So
Mm-hmm.
rooibos, I think the first and primary reason why rooibos can be consumed all day, every day, by
Mm-hmm.
all members of the family, from your toddlers, your babies, all the way up to the grandparents, is
Mm-hmm.
because it has zero caffeine. So
Great.
rooibos is yes, yes. So rooibos is a different species from black tea, Camellia
Mm-hmm.
sinensis. Rooibos is called Aspergillus cinearis. It's quite a tongue twister, and I won't ask
Mm-hmm.
you to say it now, Queen, but that's the name of rooibos, the scientific name.
Mm-hmm.
And so, firstly, it's got zero caffeine. In addition to that, which is I don't know about you personally, are you very into your caffeine, or do you prefer low caffeine teas?
Me?
Yes.
I because to be honest, like some people like myself, we love tea, but again, the caffeine is quite strong. So I would prefer to have low caffeine so that I could sleep at night and enjoy my tea anytime. Yeah, I'm caffeine sensitive.
Oh, exactly, exactly. So, and that's a very good point you make, Queen, because the further we go with promoting rooibos and meeting kind of our customers who are businesses as well as the end consumers, the more we
Mhm.
discover that people are, in fact, there are many people who are caffeine sensitive. So it's not just,
Yep.
we know that children can't drink caffeine, and we know that old people generally are quite sensitive to caffeine. But we're
Mhm.
also finding that many of us in the workplace, in the rat race and the day-to-day hustle, we also struggle with too much caffeine. So
Mm.
caffeine has become a big selling point for rooibos because of that reason, because people drink too much caffeine and then they feel stressed. So the
Yep.
cortisol levels are very high. And when the cortisol levels are too high, then it kind of affects your day-to-day functioning. It
Mm.
affects your body's, your hormones'
Mm.
ability to regulate themselves,
Mm.
which then weakens your immune system. So that's the
Right.
that's the first main point. But secondly, rooibos has about between 1/10 and 1/7 the levels of tannins
Mhm.
as your black teas.
Mm.
So tannins, if tannin levels are high in a tea, then they can cause stomach problems as well.
Mhm.
And tannins, of course, if you want to have beautiful white teeth,
Mhm.
then if you have tea with too high a tannin content, then unfortunately you will find that it can make your teeth a little bit darker. So rooibos has much lower tannins, which is also a good thing. And then tannins,
Mm.
there are other reasons why having low tannins, almost close to zero tannins in rooibos tea, is also beneficial to one's health. I think a big reason is the body's ability to absorb iron from other foods. So the
Mm.
bioavailability of iron from other foods. And with low
Mm.
tannin levels, your body's ability to absorb iron is a lot higher. So that's another reason why having low tannins is good. And then we have oxalic acid. So oxalic acid is when your oxalic acid levels are too high, and oxalic acid you get from a range of different foods, but certainly in normal tea there is a presence of oxalic acid. In rooibos
Mm.
there's zero oxalic acid. So that's a big plus for people that are at high risk to get kidney stones and whatnot and whatever else
Mm.
from oxalic acid. Okay, so the fourth reason I think is, and this is probably this is the main basis
Yes.
for, it's got zero calories. That's also quite important.
Yes.
So obviously, people that are trying to lose weight or trying to
Yes.
slim down or the beach in Malaysia or wherever else, it might
Everywhere.
be, yeah, yeah. So it might be a good idea to have something with 0 calories,
Mm.
especially during the pandemic times when we're stuck at home and we don't get to do as much exercise as we would
Yep.
otherwise have been, as active as we
Mm.
would otherwise have been. Okay, so that's 0 calories. So the
Yep.
fourth, in fact, reason and the main reason that rooibos is so popular is it's got its levels of antioxidants. So
Right. Antioxidants.
rooibos
Mm.
has a number of unique antioxidant sets
Mm-hmm.
because what happens is when you measure antioxidants in terms of just the presence or the number of antioxidants, green tea actually has higher levels of of antioxidants than rooibos. But when you measure the specific antioxidant sets,
Mm-hmm.
you find that rooibos has very unique combinations of antioxidant types of phenolic, they're called phenolic compounds. So the
Mm.
phenolic compounds in rooibos you get, and it's just quite technical, so I won't say too much about it. You've got notophagan,
Yep.
you've got isoorientine, you've got your astaxanthin, all these specific compounds. What they basically do is that they bind themselves to viral particles and in
Mm-hmm.
fact to other types of particles of harmful, they're called free radicals. And I don't know if you know much about free radicals, Screen, but free radicals are in fact the cause of aging.
Yep.
So free radicals, they attack our normal functioning cells, our cells, and they start really the levels of free radicals kind of increase in our body around the age of 40. They really start to increase sharply from then onwards.
Mm.
So that's why rooibos is, in fact, in many parts of the world, rooibos is seen as the elixir of youth. People take it, people drink it and apply it as a topical cream
Yep.
as a means of fighting the aging process. So
Mm.
when these phenolic compounds bind to free radicals, they don't actually kill the free radicals, but what they do is they stop the free radicals from replicating.
Mm.
So that's a big reason. In fact, there's a study being done in Durban at the University of Technology in Durban, as well as a university research institute in the Kingdom of Thailand, where they are looking at the effects of rooibos, the phenolic compounds of rooibos, and the effects of binding to the ACE2 receptors, which are the receptors that are infected by coronavirus cells. So I'm not going to preach too much about this yet because it's ongoing research. But
Yes.
it looks like there is an ability to neutralize
Mm.
the negative effects of a range of, because in traditional research, rooibos is known as being antiviral,
Yep.
and people take it when they have a cold. I had a cold yesterday. I had some rooibos, and I feel perfect today. So maybe that's
Wow.
yeah,
Without
maybe
the
that's
additional supplement, you just have to take rooibos. That miraculous.
yeah, yeah. It also seems like you've got to consume it over a period of time.
Yeah.
But when it comes to drinking for long-term health benefits, kind of your anti-carcinogenic, antiviral,
Mm-hmm.
etc., then you do need to consume rooibos over a period of a few months, and it kind of builds a holistic health lifestyle for you. But where it does have an almost immediate effect is for people with certain skin conditions like eczema, for example, who, and I'm not sure if it works for 100% of people, but it works for most people, where
Yes.
they use rooibos, or they bath in rooibos, or they use a rooibos cream or a beauty cream on the face, and it seems to show have an immediate effect. So almost immediate within a couple of days. So that's where rooibos. That's why it's so great that we have the opportunity to speak today, Queen, because
Yeah.
rooibos has such a big impact and such a lot of untapped opportunity in this market.
In fact, we are also very honored to have you here with us because I think this message is a lot more to our beauty manufacturers out there because I think Kieran has given us such a clear introduction from the history of how it all happened, how we found and discovered rooibos to now, how we can use its properties, its medicinal benefit or even its health benefit and also the wellness and beauty benefit to put into to incorporate into your product your next product probably. So this is definitely a very good and great raw material that you guys could consider. That's why we have Kieran here with us to talk about it. Just to recap some of its properties again, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, Kieran. Just so when I was listening to you very attentively, I heard that, antioxidants, anti-aging, free radicals, these are the key things that we're dealing with every day, right? Nowadays, it happens. These are some of the, I wouldn't say it's, the key things that we do want to treat when it comes to beauty. It's one of the key things that we look out for when we look out for beauty products. So rooibos tea has this property that you could look out for. So that's why we have Kieran here with us to talk to us about it. So thank you so much, Kieran. I think it has been a wonderful session.
Thank
Right?
you, Queen. Yes, thank you. And very well summarized by you.
I mean, well, you said about so many more things, but I'm sure that they were able to get it as well. Because I was listening to you, it was like the storytelling and the entire journey of rooibos tea. And of course, after COVID, if it's possible, we'd like to see you face to face because right now you're watching, guys. From what you're watching right now is a virtual screen, like the both of us are sitting just next to each other, right? But this is the magic and the wonders of technology where we key each other to just be seated side by side. But the actual fact is, I'm here in KL and Kieran is actually in South Africa, right? So
That's correct.
the advancement of technology has made it wonderful. Just like rooibos tea, how rooibos tea had made it possible for a lot of people out there, weight loss, even, skin properties, like you said, about eczema, indigestions. These are the things that we always look for. But I mean, a tea is always just a supplementary drink that brings forth health benefit. It has never really been, the exact medication that we go for. So, I mean, thank you so much for telling us so much about this raw material. It's a very detailed explanation. So, thank you so much once again, Kieran.
Thank you so much, Queen. I really appreciate your time today. I really just want to wish you and everybody in Malaysia right now. I know times are tough with the pandemic, but we're going to get through this together. And yeah, I really look forward to meeting you guys in the future. And I look forward to more Malaysian people finding out about the miracle of rooibos
Yep.
and discovering rooibos as a kind of an affordable cosmetic, for want of a better word. So yeah, just look after yourselves in the meantime, and I'm sure that things are getting better, and things will get a lot better in the next few
Right.
months.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same goes to you and also all the South African out there. We have a lot of, beauty professionals and also practitioners who are also from South Africa. For those of you who are listening to this, we hope you and wish you all the best as well. And Kieran, the next time I see you, when I really get to see you face to face, I hope it would be over a cup of rooibos tea, okay?
Yes, absolutely, Queen.
Make sure to bring me some. I love tea.
Okay, perfect.
All right, thank you. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Kiran. And believe me, I never knew and expected tea to be such an amazing ingredient for cosmetic and beauty products. Also, there are so many different types of teas in the market right now that a lot of us would never understand or aware of its benefits. So thank you so much for being here with us today, Kiran, for conducting a tea class for all of us at home. We really, really hope to see you some other time in the future for more tea sessions. Now let's move to nail industry, shall we? As we all know, a lot of nail salons are actually suffering very badly for almost 2 years, I must say, especially in Malaysia. If so, why not we have someone with experience to consult them to see if they could help? Yes, we're really proud to have an expert from South Africa, Ms. Chantal Boyson, who is the CEO and founder of Elim Spa Products International, to share with us about her secret on premium manicure and pedicure products with 3 innovative systems that helps you and your salon to grow. So do you want to grow together with Elim Spa International? If so, let's stay with us and stay tuned as we will be coming back in a bit at 1 p.m. Malaysian time. While we're having a short break, you may still be able to log on to www.beautyonlinetradeshow.com to source for products too. Browse around our website, and as we definitely have many more than just broadcasting online activities to do. We shall see you soon.
Hello there, welcome back to Beauty Online Trade Show. Now, up next, we have a special guest that comes all the way virtually from South Africa, and she is none other than the CEO and founder of Elim Spa Products International. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chantel Boyson. Hi, Chantel.
Hi there, how are you, Queen?
I'm doing fine, thank you. What time is it over there?
It's just past 11 o'clock in the morning, so it's very different from you. You get to experience the day before we do.
Oh, yes, indeed. We are, I think it's about the late afternoon over here. Very different. So, how have you been? Everything okay with you?
Yes, absolutely. Business is very good. Elim is doing very good. We are unfortunately under a third lockdown at the moment. So we are on what we call our level 4 because of this third Delta wave. But we are surviving and we're looking at new opportunities and we keep looking at the positive. So we try to dwell on that rather than just the negative.
Well, that's a good one because I think everybody, in fact, the whole world is also suffering from the similar kind of problem, right? Just like what the challenges that we're facing over here as well. We are also in the search of lockdown. However, positive thinking is what we are doing. That's why we still have the Beauty Online Trade Show going on, right? And that's why we are very fortunate to have you here with us online sharing your story. Now, great. You have also mentioned about Elim just now, right, in your opening introduction. So tell us more about your company and about Elim Spa.
Yes, so Elim Spa Products is a pedicure range and a manicure range and a body range. And really, Queen, what we did was 16 years ago, this range was born out of my own frustration. So I wanted something for a pedicure that really gave me results. So I'm not a biochemist, nor am I a dermatologist or a cosmetic therapist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually a journalist by trade, and I
Oh,
study psychology. So I'm not in the field, but I love pedicures, and there were certain things in pedicures that I didn't like, and certain things that I wanted. And 16 years ago, I was driven to develop something that I thought would cater for the market. So I'll give you an example. I wanted something with a fine fragrance. I didn't like pedicures with peppermint fragrance. I wanted something that if I used Chanel on my body, then my pedicure could also smell like Chanel. So it was like my feet smelling like strawberries and vanilla. And I wanted the technology that people used in facial grade products like alpha hydroxy acids. I wanted that in a pedicure product. So
mm-hmm.
that is where it was born. I developed a few 4 or 5 products in the beginning, and the range grew from there. I then later realized that with the manicure initiative, we needed a manicure range that catered for UV protection because we use a lot of
Mm,
lamps, we use a lot of gel. People are driving a lot more than they did 50 years ago. And a
true.
manicure range cannot simply just be um, a scrub and a cream. You needed products with UV protectors in it on a professional level. So that's really what Elim is in essence. I think if you see her as a girl, she's all about newness and results, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. Actually, I find it very fascinating. I'm fascinated by listening to you. You said that the business was born out of your frustration, for not having the things that you want. And it is because of needs and wants that has what we have today. So very interesting. So, but again, this is just, that was how you began starting your brand and your products, but how you have created Elim Spa. You want to tell us more about that?
Yes, so we had one client, and right in the beginning, I can tell you what our very first product was. It was a callus remover, And I'll tell you the little story behind the callus remover because clients are
Sure.
always interested how it happened. There was a callus remover in the Far East that I found, and it worked wonders. But the problem with the callus remover was that the pH was so high that if you
Mhm.
used it afterwards, it would dry out the feet. So, as an ignorant journalist, not a therapist, I came back to South Africa and I met with a cosmetic biochemist and I asked him why this product that works so well dries the feet out so much afterwards. And he gave me the answer and he said that it is because the skin's pH is changing and you just need to neutralize the skin after you use this product. And I asked him, can you make me a neutralizer? And he did. And we sold just those two products. From there on, I realized that I wanted a heel balm. But the problem with my heel balm was that you slip in your shoes always. So I went back to
Mm.
the biochemist and I said, how can we make a heel balm that doesn't make you slip in your shoes afterwards? And he said, it's a specific type of dimethicone that we put in the product and it won't let you slip. I said, well, can we make it? And he did. So that's how all the products developed. It was really me sitting back thinking, as a ignorant consumer, saying, this is the product, this is what I don't like about it, and can we make it? And he made it for me. Of course, it was more expensive. Of course, the costs were higher to develop and also to manufacture. But I did realize that there was definitely a market for people who wanted a premium product that
Mhm.
delivered results, not
Mhm.
just something that was the ordinary that we had to sit with exactly the same problems over and over.
Mm. Very interesting, actually. I find it very interesting. You are quite bold, actually, jumping from, being a journalist to being an explorer, to fulfill all your wants and desire, and then created all this product. Ask and you shall receive. Actually happened on you because you asked your biochemist to produce and manufacture things based on your wants, although you mentioned about the cost and everything would be higher, right? However, we see the results right now. You're doing so well. This is definitely very encouraging.
Yeah, and Queen, it's looking, I think, at the way we used to do things a long time ago and maybe going back to the basics. I realized that, it was a very simple example. I wore a pair of shoes that was too tight and
Mm,
it created friction on my foot. So what my body did was it created excess skin to protect itself. First, it created
mm,
a bubble of water and then it creates excess skin. So what happens is if you file the foot continuously, you're doing exactly the same thing as you do when the shoe's too tight. So filing a foot, I knew we had to get rid of because it just made the problem worse and worse and worse. And that's
true.
when we developed that product. And now, especially with the coronavirus and the pandemic all over, we looked back at what builds our immune systems, what is going to make us as humans stronger. And I went
Mm,
back 70, 80 years, and I realized that people, our grandparents, if they were sick, they would lie under a warm blanket and sweat it out. So what they
mm,
did was they raised their body temperatures. And what we're doing is when we get a fever and we raise our body temperatures or our body temperature is rising, what we do is we drink medication and we stop the temperature from rising. And that's when the body doesn't have the ability to build white blood cells. But our grandparents knew that keeping the body temperature high for a while built the immune system. So I looked
mm.
at how can we raise the body temperature while we're still healthy to build immune systems. And it was very simple. Saunas, saunas and steam rooms are magnificent for raising body temperature. So we developed a range of products that you can use in the sauna with essential oils. It's called LM Alive. And
Mhm.
you can use this and spritz it in the sauna, even in your bath or in your shower, anywhere where there is steam, so that the body temperature goes up and your body builds the immune system and you form white blood cells. So,
Mm.
yes, we look at ancient ways of doing things and then we modernize it, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah. Wow, this is great actually. Like you said, modernizing or remembering what your grandparents or the ancestors says are actually somehow important because there are some sort of belief in there. And that I think observation, from what I heard from you, observation is the key. You observe what people do, you think about the story behind it and the reason and the cause of it, and you made it into something. So talk about, you have gave me a very interesting observation there also on spa and sauna, because for many of us actually consumers, we would think that sauna and spa is something more of a therapy, a therapeutic treatment, like you go to relax, but we have never thought of it as an immunity booster or something, right? So that's a good one. And also, we also know that, a person like you who is very experimental, you have also designed and formulated three innovative systems for your hands, feet, and body, right? You want to tell us more about that?
Yes, so as I said, for the body, what we did was, I think that's the most interesting one. Again, we went back to the body and I really looked at it critically because, Queen, we live in a time where people are desensitized about big brands and fantastic packaging. What the
Sure.
consumer wants is they want something that works. They want truthfulness and they want something that can guarantee them results. And I think to remove a stretch mark is a very difficult thing. And I'm being very honest about that. I think
Yes.
topically, if you apply a cream, in my opinion, I haven't seen a cream that you can apply to your body and it removes the stretch mark. I have, however, seen plastic surgery and laser treatments that do wonderful works for stretch marks. But
Sure.
I can tell you that it is 100% preventable. And what we did was I looked at the body. So when we are pregnant, for instance, or we are a teenager, and that's
Mhm.
the time when we are most susceptible to stretch marks, is during the growth spurt of a teenage child around the age of 12, 13, 14, especially boys. I have two boys myself, so I have experience of it. Or when in your second trimester, when your bump all of a sudden expands.
True.
What happens is the body secretes extra oil, and that is why often we see pregnant women and teenagers, also hormonal, but we see them with breakouts. And it's because of
Mm.
secretion of oil. And I asked the question, why does my body have all this extra oil when I'm pregnant and when my belly is stretching? And it's very simple. It is to allow for elasticity. Because if I have extra oil on my skin and now I'm expanding, my skin is going to stretch easier, right? What we do wrong is we go into the shower, we use harsh soaps, and we remove all the oil. Now the
Mhm.
skin's stretching. What happens? It tears and a stretch mark forms. So I
Mm.
developed a system where you first of all get rid of the harsh soaps and we add to the oils in certain areas. When you're pregnant, it'll be the breast area, the bump, and the buttock area. In teens, it'll be the inner thighs, the buttock area, and around the waist. Those are the areas where they grow fast. Now, I'm not saying don't use soap at all, but I'm saying in certain areas, but I'm saying don't use soap on those specific areas for that time period while your body is expanding, because it's
Mm.
then that you prohibit the stretch marks from forming. So that is my system. It's really a system that stops and prevents stretch marks rather than trying to cure them afterwards, which I find, in my opinion, is next to impossible. As I said, I should use plastic surgery or laser or a very invasive treatment, but just applying a cream that's going to take the stretch mark away. I haven't
Mm.
found it. If somebody finds it, please let me know. I'd also like to get my hands on it. And it was the same with my manicure system. I sat in a salon and I saw somebody putting their hands into a gel, or they were having gel nails done, and they were putting
Yep.
their hands into the lamp. And
Yep.
I actually asked the therapist, if you do that, do you actually put something on the hand that protects them from the lamps and the UV rays? And she said, no, it's because you know what, they don't stay in it too long. And I said, I thought to myself, but if you go every 2.5, 3 weeks for gel nails, it becomes long. And my logic said to me that this is exactly the same thing as a sunbed, it's just
Mm.
weaker.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find a range where they did a manicure with UV protectors and UV blockers that would be safe, that if you put your hands under those lamps, it would be safe. So I developed it. And we developed a scrub that is heating, a hydrothermal scrub. I developed a hand cream that fights pigmentation and skin lightening, and also a nail soap. And everything in our range has UV blockers and an SPF in it. And that's really the system around MediHand. And as I explained to you earlier, the foot product was just
Callus.
taking results, yes, the calluses, having an off-hydroxy acid exfoliator, and also I found that women wanted something more glamorous out of their pedicure. So we developed a gold spritz. It's a gold dusting, and we fragrance it with a fine fragrance from Grasse in France. So you don't have to smell like strawberries or vanilla or jasmine. It's a fine fragrance that will suit your fragrance that you use.
Personal preference, yeah.
Absolutely. And it contains a gold dust. So when you go outside, your body is also shimmering. So it's, if that explains all the systems to you.
Wow. I'm buying it. As a consumer, I mean, listening to this, I'm interested already. Well, why didn't you tell us earlier about things like this? Because these are real concerns, you see. These are the real concerns that every day, the people of everyday lives are really seeing it happening to us, like stretch marks, calluses. These are the things that I have as well. So yeah, I find it very good. And thanks to you being so experimental and observant that you have came up with systems like this. So, there are many people online over here who are potential business partners who are also they're beauty practitioners in the industries itself. So I believe they're also very much interested to know about your success story. Now that we know that, where you got your inspirations from your daily life, from your observations, right? From being experimental. Could you also tell us, because I know that you have also helped some of your clients to build their spa and salon. Is that true?
I think yes, we've helped many spas expand, and with our training program, we have a free training program online where people can train and become LM therapist, pedicurist. So it's yes, I want to believe that we've empowered a lot of people, but because we've been in the industry, Queen, if I specifically think about manicure and pedicure now, for many, many years, I think since the time of Cleopatra, all we've had was a soap, a scrub, a mask, and a cream. And every year, the industry came to us and they said, we have a new pedicure, and this year we're going to take those 4 products and we're going to present it to you in chocolate. Then next year, they come and they present it to you in essential oils. And the next year, they come and they present it to you in, I don't know, vanilla. But it stays essentially exactly the same thing. And clients did not receive results. So we went, and we live in a time where there are major problems with things like nail fungi because our world's changed. People spend more time, children spend more time in football boots. People run and they jog more often, so their feet are in running shoes. That means nail fungus. It means bacteria and odor. It means athlete's feet. But the pedicure didn't address that. And going into a spa and saying, this is what we offer, they attracted a whole new clientele. Now, we're very proud to say that we are we also partnered with the Atlantis Hotel in the Jumeirah in Dubai on the Palms. It's a very exclusive spa, and so there are many. We are in the Fairmont Hotel in Monaco. 2 years ago, we won the Global Brand Award in Africa, and those are all wonderful things. But coming back to our roots, we love to tell you about all these big names, but it's really, the smaller clients, they matter just as much. And it's every single woman who runs or every single teenage boy who spends 4 hours a day in a football boot who struggles with a problem. It's them that we want to help. And it's bringing the spa and the salon the opportunity to offer something to a new clientele. So I think that is really why people are so attracted to us. Because if you call a spa and you book a pedicure, how lovely it would be if they offered you not their normal express pedi and luxury pedi, but if they said to you, are you coming to relax, or are you interested in a medical pedicure that delivers specific results? And what are your concerns? Because we sit with a pedicure and we receive the pedicure, but we don't always communicate. I don't say to my therapist, listen, I don't know why you're trying to get rid of hard heels because I don't have any. I rather want you to massage. Or do you have something for foot odor? No person is going to ask for that. So it's wonderful having a pedicure that addresses those things that people can trust and come to and say, I know that it addresses very specific problems. That's also why the LM Medial Pedicure has a consultation card that we go through questions with our clients before, so we can address their needs rather than just making them sit back, give them a nice drink. They sit back and it's a massage with 4 products. We want to really dig into their needs, and I think that's why the clients are so successful. It's new.
Wow, very, very inspiring already. I think it's going to empower a lot of people who are listening to this from different parts of the world, dare to go for what you think is true, and dare to go and think about things that are relevant to you, just like what Chantel has done. Incorporating beauty and health. You make the customers feel as if they're experiencing and getting 2 in 1 or 3 in 1 kind of thing. You're not just getting a manicure, but you're also getting your nails concerns fixed. You're not only getting a pedicure, you're also getting your feet, like you say, exfoliated, and you're concerning about all the other things like the athlete food and so much more. So these are the things that we might not look into it, but it's actually very important as well. So thank you very much. Actually, I find it very, very helpful to a lot of people, right? Elim Spa, this brand itself, I believe it's going to expand into other places. So, one last question before we end today. I know that you have a wide range of premium products, and I also understand that Elim Spa has actually gone to different parts of the countries, right? So where have you been actually so far? The Elim Spa.
I kept as my baby in South Africa, and I can tell the listeners now, as I said, I'm not a cosmetologist. It was just a business that I started, and people loved the results. And I kept it in South Africa for a very long time, simply also because I think my children were small at the time, and exporting asked a lot of my time. So about 5 years ago, I decided it was time and I was ready to expand, and we started selling abroad. So today, our biggest market is the UK.
Yes.
It's now in the pandemic because the English are they are masters at online. So it's especially London. It is an absolute haven for online shopping, and we have taken some of our products and converted them so that you can use them at home if you're not in a, if your spa, your salon is closed.
Mm.
And it's had tremendous success in the UK. Then we also sell, we have a big market in Germany, and Germany was very good for me simply because German people are very methodical and they want things to be absolutely perfect. And the
Mm.
Germans help form and shape Elam to become a master at perfection. So we sell, and then we also sell in Australia and New Zealand. We have quite a big market there. In South Africa, we have Ghana, Kenya, Tanzania, and then the SADC countries, Namibia, Botswana, and Zimbabwe, because it's a tourist area. And then also we sell in far off places like Croatia and Poland,
Mm.
a little bit in Cyprus. But we are excited to penetrate the East.
Yay.
Places like Macau is on my list. Hong Kong, China, Japan, Malaysia, the Philippines, those countries, and then of course the US. We have our registrations of our products ready for FDA. All our products are also registered under the European Union, the CPNC, so we are completely registered. Our factory is GMP certified. We have all our free sale certificates. So everything is in place for us to move, for instance, to the US. At this stage, we're only in Canada, but to penetrate the US market and also the East. It excites me. I think it's in the cards.
It is exciting. Congratulations in advance, actually. I'm excited for you. I'm happy for you, Chantel. Thanks for sharing this with a Beauty Online Trade Show, really, because this is definitely good news. That you are placing your name in different parts of the world, and we can't wait for you to come to Malaysia and even Southeast Asia. It's just a matter of time, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow, big plans you have there. Well, so yes, that's it for today. Thank you so much for sharing with us, Chantel, your own story and how one's personality and how one's curiosity can actually help to build a brand. So it's definitely possible. Entrepreneurship begins just like that, right, Chantel? That's how she built her brand. Yes. And also for those of you who are watching this, of course, if you're interested to find out more about Chantel and also her brand, Elim Spa, feel free to be in touch with us. We are more than willing to tell you more. I'm sure Chantel is also very willing to talk to you more about her brand and how she can help you grow and even collaborating, right?
Absolutely, yes. They can reach us. Our website is Elim Spa Products. It's a plural, so it's a S at the end, elimspaproducts.com. Or they can just reach us on info@elimspaproducts.com. And we're more than happy to answer all your questions.
All right. So thank you so much for your time, Chantel. Thank you for sharing with us today. We really appreciate.
Thank you for the opportunity. Have a beautiful day.
You too, you too. Have a great day ahead. Our day is about to end, but yours just started.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice meeting you. I'll see you again next time. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Chantel, for your insightful sharing, which bring us a lot of new knowledge today. And of course, thanks, Queen, for hosting this session. To our online audiences, how do you like Elim Spa's products and the innovative system, which help to grow your salon? If you're interested with Elim Spa's products and wishes to speak more to them, let us know by dropping us a message or WhatsApp. And we shall connect you to Elim Spa for a B2B meeting, where you can communicate with them live this coming Friday on the 9th of July. Time flies, and here comes our very final exhibitor from South Africa, which is Naturals Beauty brand of South Africa at 2 p.m. Malaysian time today. So if you're looking for that ethical, effective, and affordable handcrafted skincare, this is certainly something that you shouldn't miss. Stay tuned with us. We will be coming back very shortly with Miss Tanya Dubois, who is the owner of Natural Beauty Brands, South Africa, introducing her products and sharing with us about her experiences as a French living in South Africa for her business. So don't go away.
Hi there, it's Queen here once again, and you're watching Beauty Online Trade Show. Now, all the way from South Africa, right, we have for you a beautiful lady. Her name is Tanya, and she is the owner and founder of South Africa Naturals Beauty brand. With that, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tanya. Hi, Tanya.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Queen. Thanks so much for having me on. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to have you as well. You're looking good over there. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
I'm good too. It's just that, well, we are still fighting with the pandemic, so we're all on lockdown.
Of course. Yes, yes.
Yes. But of course, life still moves on. That's why we still have this beauty online platform where we can still be connected virtually, right?
Yes.
So yes, we're excited to have you here with us. So first thing first, Tanya, we are excited to know about your brand and your company. Tell us about it.
Thank you. Yeah, Naturals Beauty has been in business in South Africa for 13 years now. And it was a business that came out of a love and curiosity for natural ingredients and natural products. 13 years ago in South Africa, there wasn't a lot of natural products on the South African market. You could either find extremely expensive imported brands, or we would have very simplistic brands on the market. Brands that you could see were just things that people were making at home and didn't really contain a lot of sophisticated ingredients. So yeah, we started our journey. It was a personal journey. We wanted to start using more natural products in our home, and we started looking to get rid of toxins in our cleaning products and in our skin and body care products and in our food. And we found that there was a lot of products lacking on the South African market. So we started to look into manufacturing them ourselves. And about 2 years into the business, we took on a very good cosmetic chemist who's still with us today. And she has helped us formulate this beautiful big brand of products.
Wow, amazing. Amazing. And how old are you, Tanya, if you don't mind me asking? Because you look really young as a brand owner.
Oh my God. I am 45 years old in 2 months' time. So yes, I'm almost 45 now. Yeah.
So how long has Naturals Beauty been in the market?
It's been on the market for 13 years, and the range has grown over the years. So we actually initially started with very simple body care products and a few like hand washes, hand body lotions, that sort of thing. But then once we got our cosmetic chemist on board, she comes to us with many years of experience with natural and organic ingredients. So we were then able to start looking at introducing skincare products, which has now become our biggest sellers.
And one thing about your brand is that you talk about ethical, effective, and affordable beauty products. You want to enlighten us more on this?
Yes, that's our byline. So ethical, effective, and affordable. When we say ethical, it means that we don't test on animals, nor any of our source ingredients tested on animals. When we say effective, it means the products actually work. So they actually do what we say they're going to do. If we're talking about the teenage skincare, sorting out teenage problem skin, the products really do that. And then when we talk about affordable, so one of our biggest challenges has been keeping our products really affordable for the South African market, because we would like to see a day where, not only South Africans, but more of the world starts moving towards using only natural ingredients and products on their skin and on the skin and body of their children and their family.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing on that. So I see that you have a huge range of products in front of you. I mean, I believe there are too many other products that we can't see right now. You want to tell us more about this product? Let's dive quite quickly into it. I can't wait.
Okay. I'm going to start right from the beginning. So we do a baby range, a newborn range. I'm just going to move it into the camera shot here.
Newborn range meaning for babies, for infants?
Yes, for babies, and it's a bath and body care range, natural ingredients for babies and for kids. So I'm just going to put the products down here.
Sure.
And here we go. So this range particular, there's 3 products. There's a bum balm, which is obviously for nappy rash. That's what it looks like there.
Yeah.
Then we have a milk wash for newborn. So what this means is it's like a creamy lotion that you clean your baby in, your newborn baby. So it's very gentle on the skin. Obviously very, very lightly scented. It's all about not overwhelming your baby's senses. And we use natural ingredients like aloe, and we use rooibos extract, and we use chamomile and calendula extract. And then we have a beautiful lotion for babies, which you can use as a massage lotion. So you can use it to moisturize the skin, or you can use it to actually massage your baby with. And then the products come individually sold like that. Otherwise, they sell in a pack, which has got all 3 full-size products in it. And this is very popular for people looking to buy gifts for baby showers, or looking to buy gifts for a new mom for her baby.
Definitely. Looks like a good gift.
Yeah, it's a lovely gift. And I know that this is something that's really gained a lot of momentum in the Asian market over the last few years, is spending money on really good products for babies and kids and using as many natural ingredients as possible.
True.
Then we have a kids range. So this you can also start using from newborn onwards, but it goes up right until 9, 10 years old. The kids can use it. There's 3 products in the range. There's a shampoo and body wash, which is this one. It's one product that you use from head to toe. So you can wash the child's hair with it and you can wash the body.
Yes.
Then we have a beautiful conditioner, which you can either wash out of the hair, otherwise you can leave in a child's hair if their hair needs a bit of conditioning. Doesn't leave the hair looking greasy. And then we have a bubble bath using only natural ingredients. In this range as well, we use a lot of calendula, we use a lot of chamomile, we use a lot of rooibos and a lot of aloe. So really, really nice ingredients.
Yes.
And the same as the baby range, there's as the kids pack comes like this, and it sells with all 3 full-size products in the bag.
So it's also a lovely
These bags, these bags are made of hemp, so they can be kept for years. They can be re-washed. They can be kept. They're really lovely for a new mom to be able to use after her baby's born.
So it's also very eco-friendly, in other words, right?
Very eco-friendly, correct. Then as the kids get a bit older, we move over to our teen skincare range. Now, this is one of our biggest sellers in South Africa. There are not a lot of products on the market here for teenage skin, and particularly products that only use natural ingredients. So this range does very well for us. It's quite a simple range to use. So there's a wash that they use in the shower to cleanse their face with. The wash has got no alcohol in it. It doesn't dry the skin out. It cleans beautifully, but it doesn't leave them looking dry and tight afterwards. Then there's a moisturizer, which is this one here. I'm actually going to put a little bit on my skin so you can just see what it looks like.
Well, kids nowadays are so lucky.
They are a lot luckier than we were, yes.
Yep.
So this product you can see, I just want to show you, it actually has a matte finish. It doesn't leave the skin looking shiny after use, which is something that's very important to teenagers. Teenagers don't want to look as though they are shiny after they've used their skincare products.
Yes.
This whole range has got a lot of buchu in it. Now, I don't know if you know what buchu is. It's a South African fynbos. It's a South African plant extract. It's an excellent antibacterial. It's an excellent antimicrobial, and it's an excellent antifungal. So really treats teenage skin very well. It keeps the skin clear, and it helps to keep any of the bacteria off the face that's causing the acne.
Right.
Then we move on to the third product in the range, which is a mask. It looks like that. It's a detoxifying mask. So what I mean by that is it has quite a lot of kaolin in it, which is your clay. So it helps to draw impurities from the skin. It also doesn't dry the skin out, which is very important with teenage skin.
Yeah.
So you either use it on the T-zone, or a lot of teenagers will get acne on the back. And you can actually put the mask on the back once a week. You leave it on for 20 minutes, and then you wash off with warm water.
Wow, that's a great mask.
It's a really great mask. And exactly, and it's very popular with the teenagers. Then we have a spot treatment. So a spot treatment is for treating the pimples. Very easy to use. It comes in a gel formulation. You just take out a little bit, comes out like that, and you just apply it directly on the spots. Some teenagers are very good. They use it throughout the day. They carry it around in their school bag and they apply it throughout the day. Others only use it at night. They'll put it onto the spots underneath the moisturizer before they go to bed at night.
Right.
And then the new product, which we've just recently introduced into the range, which is doing very well here in South Africa, is the Teen Enzyme Exfoliator. So as you probably know, teenagers shouldn't really use manual exfoliations on their skin because they tend to scratch their skin. They tend to do up-down motion and they tend to scratch.
Yes.
So instead, we have put enzymes like papaya and pineapple extract into a gel formulation. So all the teenager does is they apply it to their face, they leave on for 5 to 10 minutes twice a week, and then they wash off with warm water. And what it does is that papaya and pineapple extract actually eats away the top dead skin cell layer. So that is the range of teen range. And then what we have with it, it also sells in a pack like this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the pack is very popular because it's got the first 4 products, which is your wash, your moisturizer, your spot treatment, and your mask. It has all 4 full-size products in it. If you look on the back, it lists what products are in the pack. And it's just a really nice starter kit for a teenager. So moms like to buy the kit and get their child to use all of the products. And then what I always say to moms is after 3 or 4 months, they will still have plenty of the moisturizer, the mask, and the spot treatment, but they'll be running out of wash. And that's when the mom can then go back to the shop and either stock up on the wash or stock up on online stores, which are very popular here in South Africa, and obviously gaining momentum there in Asia as well.
Yes.
I just want to move this.
I think natural beauty. Yeah, go ahead and move it. I'm just gonna say a few things about it. I find it very interesting because natural beauty actually offer, because a lot of people are aiming only for the adults, you know, teenagers at this age. I remember when I was going through puberty, I didn't know what brand to go through. I didn't even know I should use things like this, you know, causing a lot of, a lot of different breakouts, a lot of different concerns, even freckles and whatnot. So yeah, those are the things that we didn't know what to do. So Natural Beauty are offering things like this already, all the way from South Africa.
Absolutely. You know, one of the biggest issues with teenage skin is that most of the time teenagers are using a commercial face wash that's got alcohol in it.
Yep.
So what tends to happen is that the alcohol washes take all the excess oil off the skin, which is good, but they also take all of the good skin oil. So then your skin starts to think that it's actually dry and it starts to secrete more oil. So teenagers get into quite a nasty cycle where their skin is very dry, then it's very oily, then it's very dry, then it's very oily. And when we mention that to moms, most of the time moms will relate to that and say, absolutely, that's what's going on with my teenager. And I can guarantee you it's because they're using the wrong cleanser for their face. So natural cleansers are just as important for teenage skin as they are for adult skin.
That's a good tip over there.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you have right now?
Right, so next we've got our adult skincare range, and this is the one that I think is going to be the most favorably received by the Asian market. It is a very anti-aging skincare range in that we use a lot of anti-aging extracts and actives. Obviously also only natural ingredients, but we use really, really nice ingredients in this range. So the first product I'm just going to show you is the gel cleanser. Now, from my research, I've seen that the Asian market is very interested in natural formulations when it comes to cleansers at the moment. And this is very interesting to us. So this means that the surfactants that you use, in other words, the foaming agents that you use in the cleansers, need to be naturally derived. So ours come from a coconut. They're both coconut derived. It means that the cleanser really washes beautifully and it foams very nicely, but it doesn't dry the skin out. It doesn't leave the skin feeling tight and dry after use, which is very important in a natural cleanser.
Yes.
Then we have a milk cleanser, which is more for your aging or your dry skin. Sensitive skin also prefers a milk cleanser, and it's like a creamy lotion that you're washing your face in. Very gentle on the skin. We use very little essential oils in it. It's not strongly scented, and we have a lot of very sensitive skin users that prefer to use a milk cleanser. Then we have 2 types of exfoliators in this range. The first one is a manual exfoliator. So a manual exfoliator is one that is very rough and you need to use it manually. You do small circular motions around the whole face to cleanse. The main ingredient in this product is the apricot kernel. That is what we use as the abrasive. It's quite a rough exfoliator, so it is best suited for skin types that are prone to blackheads or skin types that are prone to oiliness.
Okay.
The next exfoliator that we have in the range is an enzymatic exfoliator. So this is one that relies on enzymes to exfoliate the dead skin cell layer, the top dead skin cell layer of your skin. So it's got papaya and pineapple extracts in it. You apply it like a lotion. You just put it on your face, you leave it on for 10 minutes, you wash off with warm water. Now, ideally, you want to use your manual exfoliator twice a week maximum. And then you can use your enzyme exfoliator 2 to 3 times a week, depending on how much exfoliation your skin needs. The products can be used in conjunction if you do have a very decongested skin. Otherwise, we find most of our clients either prefer one or the other. Enzymatic is always better for sensitive skin, and we find that our tougher skins prefer the manual exfoliator. Then there's a face mist in the range. So the face mist is really a toner. It's all about pH balancing the skin. But the most important aspect of it is that we do not use alcohol in the toner. So it doesn't dry the skin out with alcohol, which is very important in your natural toners and face mist. It's very easy to use. It comes in a spray like that. You just spray it directly onto the skin, and you don't even need a cotton pad to wash it off with. You just, once it's dried, you can apply your day or your night cream.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that's a very detailed introduction, really.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
That's good. That's good. I'm understanding all your products. Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead.
have a hydrating mask. So the best time to apply a mask is after you've exfoliated your skin, because now you've gotten rid of all your dead skin cells. Your skin is clear. Your skin is clean. And that's when you apply a mask. Now, this mask is all about hydrating the skin. It's not about detoxifying the skin. And the main reason for this is because this is an adult skincare range, and adults over the age of 24 should really not be using masks that dry or need to be peeled off the skin, because it removes too much of your good oils off your skin. So this product has all the ingredients are about hydrating the skin. It has evening primrose oil in it. It has baobab oil. It has avocado oils. It has a little bit of kaolin in it. It's got a stable source of vitamin C in that we use a lot of citrus waters in it. Really beautiful product to use after you've exfoliated. And then we've got before I introduce the day or night cream, I'm just going to show you the serum. So we've got an oil-based serum, and it's a very potent blend of carrier oils. So what I mean by that is the carrier oils that we use are pomegranate, which is a stable source of vitamin C and vitamin A. We use evening primrose oil, which is an excellent oil for fine lines and wrinkles. We use avocado oil in it, and we use rosehip oil. Rosehip oil is very good for scarring and very good for inflammation. So those are the base oils. And then in the blend, we also have carrot root extract, goji berry extract, and pomegranate root extract. And then we've got beautiful essential oils. So it's one of our biggest sellers. I'm just going to open it for you so you can see what it looks like.
Yeah.
It comes with a pipette like that. And you just apply it directly onto the skin, all over your face and neck. And you apply it 2 or 3 times a week under your night cream, or you can use it instead of a night cream.
Okay? Wow, you can use it in place of a night cream. Wow. Okay.
Yes, you can. The one thing to remember, though, is that our skin always does need water. So you can't use a serum every single night without using a cream on top, because your skin actually also does need the water that you get from your creams.
Okay? Because normally oil like that, we are advised to put it together with a cream, right? But never on its own. Yeah.
Yes. So this one will absorb almost immediately. It doesn't sit on top of your skin. You can see, if you can see my hand, it's absorbed completely. It's not a thick oil that sits on top of the skin. So you can apply it, and then a few minutes later, apply your day or your night cream. And then the day and the night cream look like that. I'll show you. That's the day cream. It is a creme. It's not a lotion. So it's a little bit thicker than a lotion. It's non-greasy. It doesn't leave a film on top of your skin. Again, it absorbs completely.
Right.
That's the day cream. And then your night cream, I'll show you, looks like that. The difference in the color is the night cream has got rooibos extract in it. Rooibos is another South African extract. It's excellent for anti-inflammatory. So we use it in a lot of our products. This night cream has very similar ingredients to the serum. It's got pomegranate, goji berry, carrot root. It's got the same carrier oils. So really, really good hydrating night cream. Okay?
Wow.
That is the Essential Collection range. I'm just going to move it out of shot now.
Thank you for explaining it so much in detail.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. People always want to know about the ingredients, so it's important to explain it in detail. Yeah.
That's why they are also being claimed and being reviewed a lot as having excellent customer service, which we'll go into that shortly, right? Okay, is this the final range that you want to talk about?
Yes, this is the final range. This is our body care range. Very, very simply put, it's all natural ingredients. It's body care. Everything comes in glass, so we don't use any plastic in this range, so it's really eco-friendly. Everything comes boxed, so it's a very nice gifting range. And then just to show you, that's what the products inside look like. There's a body cream, there's a body butter, there's a body oil, 2 body oils, and there is a white sugar scrub, which comes like that. That's what it looks like. Like I said, everything's in glass, beautifully packaged. Yeah,
that's a big
and beautifully gifted.
jar of it.
Yeah. And then this is the most popular product in this range is definitely the body oils. They look like that. They come in a beautiful amber bottle. You can apply it all over your body after you get out of a hot shower or bath. It absorbs immediately into the skin, also doesn't sit on top of the skin. And then in that range too, there are lip balms. The lip balms come in various flavors, and they just come in a small 15-gram jar like that. Okay. And then lastly, I just want to show you the hair and body care, this one here. So we do a hair care range as well. There's a sulfate-free shampoo, which looks like that. It foams really nicely, also using natural foaming agents. Then we've got a conditioner that can be used as a leave-in or wash-out conditioner, depending on how dry the hair is. And then lastly, there's a body wash, which can be used in the shower, all over body care for men and for women.
So, out of so many products that you've just introduced to us, I mean, ultimately, we're here in Asia and, having the tropical climate like we do, we are also interested. I mean, most of us here, we have combination skin, dry, or even, oily skin, right? That's pretty common all over the world as well. So what would you recommend to us? I mean, in general, which range you would recommend to the Asians?
From what I've researched about the Asian market at the moment, I actually think that the Essential Collection range, which is our skincare range for adults, would be the most fondly received because we use a lot of anti-aging extracts and actives. And also there seems to be a big move towards using sophisticated natural ingredients in products. So not just using products that have got a little bit of beeswax and carrier oil mixed in, but actually really sophisticated extracts and actives in the range. So I think that would go down very well in the Asian market. I also think things like our body oils and our body butters, because as you mentioned with the dry skin, you will always find that oils and butters absorb a lot quicker into the skin if the skin is dry, more than a body cream or a lotion would do.
Yeah, true. That happens to me as well. I have dry skin.
Yeah, you will love the body oils in. They've got a lot of jojoba oil in them. And if you know anything about jojoba, it absorbs completely into your skin. It doesn't sit on top. So you don't feel dry and oily after you've used the product.
You're basically like selling them to me already because I'm pretty much like impressed every time after you talk about the extracts inside. Yeah, because you're true. It's true enough that, natural ingredients are gaining a lot of popularity, especially in the recent years. I mean, aside from brands, well-known brands, who are, they're slowly being replaced by newfound brands like what you have just said. The organic brands and the natural ones are more well received nowadays. So, talk about now that we know about your products and about your brand so much better. Another thing about your brand is the excellent customer service. Let's talk about that, shall we? Yeah, so, I mean, why is it important?
With something like skincare, it's such a personal thing. And we have found that what customers feel that they are lacking is that personal touch, is being able to send us an email and say, this is my skincare concerns, can you help? And then from the experience that we have over the last 13 years, we can then personally advise on, which of the products we think would be best suited. And then when it comes to our wholesalers and our distributors, what they really appreciate about our company is that there is always somebody on hand to help. We're a small team. We're a family-run business. So, nothing slips between the cracks. We're able to support you and help you. If we don't have the answers, we make sure that we get the best experts in to help us so that the process of purchasing from us is as seamless as possible.
Wow. Yes, customer service is extremely important. I agree with you, especially with generations today, more educated, and they want to know more before just buying the brand, right? They normally understand the product before that. So customer service definitely is something that's essential.
And also, you know, with South African products, there's a lot of education that is needed because we use a lot of ingredients that are indigenous to South Africa. So not only do we need to explain to you why the product's great for you, but we also need to explain to you why we use certain ingredients. So we need to be available to our customers and our wholesalers straight on at all times.
I can tell that you're very experienced in talking about the ingredients itself. You know, when you were going through, I'm like, okay, she has been done it. She might have done this several times in front of her customers. You know, telling them what to do. The ingredients. You're so familiar without even thinking. There's no script. She doesn't even look at the labels. So yeah, thank you.
I use all the products myself, so I know them all personally.
Ah, great. All right. So, you know what? Thank you so much for your time, Tanya.
It's such a pleasure, Queen. It was lovely to meet you.
Yeah, lovely meeting you as well. Thank you so much for showing us your products, telling us so much about your brand and yourself, your personality also, you know, very bubbly, very friendly over here on Beauty Online Trade Show. And yes, for you guys out there, we are shouting out, we're reaching out to you, especially for, you know, those of you who are from the beauty industries. We are more than willing to be in touch with you, right, Tanya?
Super. Yes, I'd love to hear from them.
Yes, we are excited to, you know, open up new collaborations and hopefully business opportunities over here on Beauty Online Trade Show. And that's why we have, you know, Tanya over here with us introducing her brands. And with that, thank you so much. For those of you who are interested,
thank you so much.
Log on to us and then speak to us. And then, Tanya, I'll see you again next time, all right, hopefully?
Super. See you soon. Thank you, Queen.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And by the time now, I know that a lot of us have already gained better knowledge about ethical, effective, and affordable handcrafted natural skincare. That was a session brought to you by Naturals Beauty brand from South Africa. Again, many thanks to Tanya for being here with us, especially for Beauty Online Trade Show for our online audiences. Now, after all these 2 days of 6 different presentations from our South African exhibitors, which product or even which brand do you like the most? Or do you like all of them? We hope to see many of them coming to Malaysia and even Southeast Asia very soon. So here's another thing. For further discussion or B2B matching, remember to notify us by sending us a message or WhatsApp to register your attendance, which is on this coming Friday, 9th of July. Do not miss this golden opportunity. Send us any message, WhatsApp, or you can even ring us up, send us an email, or do whatsoever you can to attend this B2B matching program. I'm sure you do not want to miss. We have shown enough of products from Thailand and South Africa. So why not right now? Let us speak to another association, which was formed during this pandemic with the aim to help the beauty industry in Southeast Asia countries, as well as to bring up the level of beauty industry. Now, this association might be a new one, but I'm sure they have started with a very strong foundation, especially with the founders from China, Taiwan, and Malaysia, supported by key industry leaders from Indonesia, South Korea, Japan, and Australia. Now, do you want to find out more about who they are? Come back here at 3 p.m. as this association called Fabia will be officially launched very soon. Let us hear more from them later.
Hello everybody, welcome to Beauty Online Trade Show. And today something exciting is definitely happening because as you can see, we have so many people joining me on screen right here. Yes, we are all on our virtual screen, but again, we are all connected. 是的，各位朋友，现在呢，在 Beauty Online Trade Show 有一件非常非常兴奋的事情呢，我们即将进行的，所以呢，想要跟全球的朋友一起分享这个这么美好、这么特别的这个时光，也就是我们今天 Fabia 亚洲美业联盟协会联合会的正式上线见面会 ，OK， 跟大家上线见面之余呢，其实待会儿呢我们会有一个成立的仪式。Of course, not only that we want to introduce you to FABIA, which is the Federation of Asian Beauty Industry Association, we would also like you to meet all of our members as well as to witness the official launch of FABIA here online today. So we have our guests coming in from different countries. We have our friends from China, from Malaysia, from Taiwan, from Korea, Japan, and also Australia. And of course, we have some other members also who are unable to be here. At the same time, we'll also introduce them later. 当然线上呢，其实很多人在观看，对不对？其实现在呢，在线上同时间跟我在一起的呢，除了有马来西亚的朋友，还有就是台湾、中国，还有的就是韩国的朋友，还日本的朋友，甚至澳洲的朋友的。OK， 好的，非常兴奋，我们马上来进行，还有开始我们今天的这个活动。My name is Queen and I'll be your host for today. Very excited. And with that, I'm going to welcome all of our participants by name. 这个时候呢，就正式给大家介绍一下我们所有的成员。好的，在这个第一个框框这一位呢就是我们今天的唐先生，他是 FABIA， 也就是亚洲美业联盟协会联合会的总会长。唐先生，你好。This is the president of FABIA. We have Mr. Tang from China. Hello. All right, next we have the founding president of FABIA, Mr. Chai from Taiwan. 接下来我们欢迎蔡会长蔡秋田博士，您好，来自于台湾的这一位啊。接下来呢，来自马来西亚的名誉会长 our honorary president of FABIA, Mr. Alvin Law. Hello. Okay, also would like to introduce to you other participating members, our esteemed members. 接下来呢，当然还有其他的会员的加入，也想给大家隆重的做介绍。首先，也不能够来到现场的这一位呢 ，of course, unfortunately, he is unable to attend today's meeting online. However, we'd like to also introduce him. He is the CEO and owner of Henry Central Makeup and Hairdressing School from Jakarta, Indonesia. Mr. Henry Central, welcome. Next, we have from Australia, our Australia beauty star, Miss Anya Tantisha. 来自于这个澳洲的美业明星 and she's also the founder of TRBB Academy of Beauty Australia and also worldcosmetic.com. Welcome, Anya.
Hi.
Hi. All right, next we are going to Korea. 接下来呢，去到韩国，我们有的是3位会长在现场，对不对？那3位会长呢，分别是 Park Sun-hee会长您。
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 최용범 회장님.
안녕하세요.
박정수 회장님. 네,
안녕하세요.
환영합니다. 对的，是的，他们跟大家打个招呼，他们呢都是这个韩国的国际美容协会的代表 and they are the president and also some of the honorary chairperson and also the directors of Korean Beauty Astrea Association, right? KBSJA. All right, next we have from FABIA, president of FABIA in Japan, Mi-san.
Hi, konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. 我们日本的会长就是 Mi-san 了。All right, so these are just a quick introduction of all of our guests who are here today with us. They're our VIPs. Great to have all of you here. 非常开心可以跟大家见面。谢谢你们今天来到我们的现场，其实也不是完全的现场，大家都在线上，在不同的角落，可是都在一个屏幕上。OK， 接着下来呢，我相信呢，其实蔡会长有一些话想跟大家说，对不对？我们今天的蔡会长呢，想要代表FABIA跟大家说几句话，我们欢迎蔡会长。
各位好朋友，大家下午好。今天很开心哦，在这个平台上面可以跟大家见面哈。那我们今天成立这个亚洲美业协会联合总会的这个目标是响应我们中国的唐总会长的号召之下，我们希望说结合亚洲地区所有的美业的从业人员，能够打造一个国际化的平台，不管从教育训练或技术交流，或者是商务交流的这个角度之下，然后有一个结合志同道合的好朋友们，共同有这样子的一个平台大家能够在这个平台里面互相交流，然后带动我们美业的部分里面走向国际化。那希望能够从亚洲出发，将来有机会连结全球然后打造一个属于美业人的一个好的一个协会那这个协会我们这样子的初衷是我们当初成立的一个初衷。 那经过了2-3年的努力哦，目前来讲的话，今天能够在这边正式的成立哦，我想非常感谢来自于韩国、日本还有其他国家的好朋友们哦，大家共同来响应。我们也希望说，借由今天的成立以后，能够结合更多志同道合的好朋友，大家在这个平台上共同努力，追求卓越，这个是我们最大的目标。那再一次感谢在堂堂总会长的引导之下，各位参与的好朋友们，希望能够借由今天正式成立的开始呢，带动全球化的一个大家的努力，能够把这个协会做得更好。谢谢大家。
谢谢蔡会长 ，Thank you so much to Professor Chai from Taiwan. So just to summarize, he said he's very glad to meet all of us online, of course, and the objective of having Fabio over here online with us, it is to create a platform to connect the entire beauty industry from all over the world, starting from Asia itself. Right? Hopefully, one day we could be able to reach the world. And the official launch today, he is, of course, very happy, very glad to be a part of this, and would like to reach out his deepest and earnest thank you, gratitude to all of the partners from all over the world, right? Who are here to join us today, and also for some of the participating members who are watching us also. 谢谢你。好了，接下来呢 Alvin。We have Mr. Alvin Loh from Malaysia to say a few words. He is the honorary president of Fabia. 我们有请我们的名誉会长 Alvin。
谢谢各位大家好，我是 Alvin， 来自马来西亚哈。亚洲美业联合总会为什么会成立呢？那还是要归功于个人，那个就是年轻而且很有魄力，来自中国厦门的唐先生他个人对美业会有不同的想法。而且抱着一个很不同的理念跟想法，那它的不同是在哪里呢？就是由中国出发走向亚洲。所以亚洲美业联合总会，其实我们是有一个tagline，接轨亚洲，美业无国界。那这个口号或者是这一个使命，到底是传达的什么意义呢？特别是在这个疫情期间，我们大家都被锁在家，甚至是被锁在国家里面，那我们是没有办法脱国的。那其实业务还是要走，国际业务还是要走。那国与国之间，如果彼此没有了一定的信任度，更别谈企业或者是商机。那Fabia的成立呢，其实刚刚好在这个时候呢，就建立了一个我们所谓的亚洲省之国际的桥梁，就是说我们每一个国家有各自的会长，那各自的会长在他的国家会扮演着一个接到轨上。在这个平台上的一个桥梁，因为我们彼此一定有了一定的信任，是通过之前的美业大赛。那Fabia希望说，在这个时候成立呢，不只是推动每个国家的经济，同时间也推动亚洲的经济。那最主要的是，我们要打造美业无国界的经营使命。很感谢这一次的 Beauty Online 的支持，让我们的成立可以在线上跟大家见面。欢迎大家，谢谢。
谢谢 Alvin，Thank you so much Alvin， 哇，非常我也是说 Alvin 每次讲话都很有活力的，蛮有笑容的，也谢谢你代表发表跟大家说这几句话啊。Yes, what he actually said is, he said, the establishment of Fabia also actually thanks to our founder here today, which is also a very young and energetic founder, which is Tang Xiansheng over here with us. And, the entire objective, besides just to add on to what our professor has mentioned, he said it is to walk into Asia to create a borderless beauty industry, not only in Asia itself, but across the world, right? And let Fabia work as a bridge to connect every beauty industry, to help to encourage every financial situation of the country, especially economy situation and the economy development of every country, since we are all suffering from the pandemic. Thank you so much, Alvin. 谢谢你。Okay, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's now the time for the official launch. 那接下来呢，我们说了这么多，相信大家的兴奋度已经在很高了，对不对？那说到这边呢，我们就要马上给大家来个形式上的这个成立。今天在线上，在大家的见证底下呢，我们即将正式成立Fabia， 也就是亚洲的美业联盟协会联合会。And under all of your witnesses, guys, for those of you who are viewing us right now, we are going to officially launch this Fabia by having this gambit, which is going to happen right now. Now, yes, as you can see, there are 3 round panels in front of all 3 of our presidents, right? 我们在我们3位会长的前面其实都有3个圆圈 ，OK? So later on 这个时候呢，就邀请3位呢将你们的手放在这个圆圈上面。形式上呢，对了，当你们这么做的时候呢，我们就代表说我们就正式成立。好了，准备好了以后，我们就正式倒数了。Let's count down together, everybody, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, the official online launch of Federation of Asian Beauty Industry Association. Congratulations, Tanya diucapkan kepada semua 恭喜大家成立了我们的这个亚洲美业联盟协会的联合会，非常开心。虽然说是一个简单的仪式，但是它其实不失隆重。最重要的就是这个成立，这个发表成立背后的原因，这个才是最重要的。好了，各位朋友，休息一下，待会儿呢我们回来给大家带来更精彩的对话。好的，回到来我们这个 Beauty Online Trade Show 的现场，在现场呢，其实我们有所有发表的成员 ，and yes, together with us online right now, we still have the members of Fabia here with us, which have just officially launched just now, right? And so right now we are going to have a conversation with them to find out more about Fabia. 那接下来呢，当然非常重要的就是要跟所有的创始人和创始的联合人呢，一起来一个对话的会议，让大家能够更深一层的了解一下，到底亚洲美业联盟协会的联合会到底是什么一回事呢？那首先第一个问题呢，就要问一下唐先生，来自于中国的我们的总会长，唐先生你好。
你好。
想要问一下，什么是 FABIA， 就是亚洲的美业联盟协会联合会，要不要说一下
？OK， 跟大家稍微简单介绍一下哈。
好，
这个协会它的成立主要是来自于我们一开始，想要去联合全球的这么一个美业精英的一个协会组织。其实它可以理解成是一种美业的联合国的感觉一样的。其实我们是希望能为美业的人做更多的这样的一个帮助，比如说升级，因为大家都知道在美业当中很多这个行业其实不管任何国家，在这种技能行业的这个收费标准一直上不去。我们希望说能通过这样的一个联合会，能帮助到全国各地以及来自亚洲各国的这些美业人，能在收费标准上面能有个提升。所以我们在打造这个板块的同时，有个赛事叫做亚洲美业大赛，以这赛事来作为一个载体，来帮助所有来参加的人做一个升级，叫做美业明星。通过我们这个板块，让我们的这些所谓的精英能像明星一样的进行现场的 PK 赛，然后在同时呢走红毯，然后呢上台颁奖，来作为他们的这样的一个倍数的一个宣传，来作为一个很好的提升。这是我们当时在联合这个所谓协会的一个目的。当然还有一个内容是什么？无国界。我们希望我们能跟一届一样道理，就是在美业打造的时候是没有国界限制的。我们讲究的不谈政治，不谈任何所谓政治的内容，我们只谈商业价值，以及包括怎么样帮助美业人的发展。比如说通过师资、产品的对接，包括我们的证书对接，能更好的为我们在美业的这个行业的人做一个很好的一个平台。这就是协会想真正成立的目的。当然我们在未来的时间里面，我们会做很大一个板块，比如说我们会在亚洲各国，在他们的所谓审核式的这样的一个发展这个空间里面去发我们的所谓的分会。未来我们在中国大陆的话，会有很多的这个省和市这样的分会的招募，包括我们整个联合了这边各国的这些单位地区也会去发展我们更多的成员。目标就是成立成为我们整个全球未来最大的一个美业联盟机构，能更好的 真正的为我们这个全球美业的人去做这样的一个服务。好，所以这一开始我们当时跟马来西亚的陆会长包括我们台湾的这个蔡会长，我们其实当时在这个交流的时候，我们其实大家的核心目的很清晰，希望能联合我们这几个人的资源渠道，包括我们的理念思维，能更好的为美业的人去做更好的一个服务所以说我们就联系了很多的当地的一些精英团队，比如像我们韩国的、澳大利亚包括日本、包括缅甸、泰国等等的这是属于我们现在目前的第一步。亚洲如果做完之后，我们就开始要往像欧洲南美洲南美洲等等，我们都会往这样发展，从亚洲最终打出去全球，这是我们刚刚陆会长有提到过的。好，那这就是我们所谓学会的一个核心点。好，那学会还有一个另外核心点在于什么呢？就是希望每一个加入进来的任何的一个联盟国来讲，就是他一定要去认知我们这个联盟会的一个宗旨。首先第一个是团结，第二是什么呢？就是你具备真正想去发展美业支持协会这样的一个立场，才能去加入进来的。我们家去会很严格的去把关每个加入进来的这些学会的这些所有的各个单位，包括他各国的这些企业代表，我们都会很严格去做筛选。我们不希望说像一些学会就是谁都能进来，我们希望的打造是一个精英的一个平台。好，这就是我们联盟会的一个宗旨。这边看一下那个我们的蔡会长，包括我们的会长，有没有哪些地方要补充一点的？
对啊，蔡会长有没有想补充的呢？
其实刚刚那个我们那个堂堂的那个总会长因为他本身是发起这个协会的这个召集人所以说他刚刚谈的这个是一个初衷那简单的来讲，就是说我们希望说所有的美业人他将来加入这个平台以后呢，能够从立足亚洲的观念走向国际就是说在这个平台里面可以得到很多各国的美业协会的一些资源，然后在这里面不管从事教育训练或技术的提升或者是这个商品的交流，都能够在这个平台上面能够找到这样子的一个资讯然后大家共同来努力不管是已开发的国家或开发中的国家就是说大家在美业人的团结的这种共同的脚步底下然后来打造一个地球村属于美业人的地球村就是加入这个协会完了以后，都能够找到这些他们要的资讯，这个是我们当初在打造这个平台最主要的初衷
好的，我在这边做一个简单的翻译Alright, just to summarize what Mr. Chung and also Professor Chai has just shared with us. Now, what is FABIA and how was it created? Basically, it was created as with the main aim to connect beauty industry players around Southeast Asia region and mainly also in the Asia region to gather their voices and knowledge and to connect people from the beauty industry. It works as a bridge, I would say, and being borderless is definitely one of their main objectives. We're not going to talk about political content. We're going to focus on business only in terms of value, connection, development, to walk towards being international, reaching to different countries in different places, and even across regions and continents. So we have also mentioned about the increment of price and rate in overall, and also in terms of education, beauty skills, and information. We are about to share this. This is definitely one of our core objectives as FABIA. 好的，刚刚呢，相信大家也大概了解了，其实 FABIA 是什么，对不对？那现在大家都了解了 FABIA 以后呢，其实我们要更具体的了解。那其实 FABIA 可以在这个亚洲，我们对于亚洲好了，我们针对亚洲这个地方的这个美业，你们认为 FABIA 就是亚洲美业联盟协会联合会能够具体的有什么样的贡献呢？ What kind of contribution can FABIA contribute to Asian beauty industry in general and in detail? So 这个呢，我们就可能要请唐先生告诉我们，好不好
？OK。
好的。
其实从贡献来讲，更多的是从贸易来讲，产品，比如说像韩国、日本， 他们在美业产品当中，其实在亚洲来说是有一定的它的知名度，包括它的品质保证。当然，首先目前中国大陆的一些小商品的市场在发展，我们的核心在跟日本、韩国不太一样，它是从价格的优势，从产品的品质的一些综合，它来讲来去结合日本跟韩国对外输出来讲是一个很好的板块，能为我们在整个亚洲未来的整个产品贸易能起到一个很好的链接。从成本包括从选项，从他们前期所耗的这个精力来讲，会是一个很好的，对他们来讲是一个很好的一个帮助。在与此同时的话，就是技术交流。因为大家都知道说，其实很多东南亚的国家，其实在美业的技术方面还是比较落后的。那我们会随着技术的这个相结合，把整个全亚洲的所有跟我们联合会整个技术相关的人才精英，能更好的往我们整个亚洲的联盟国去做输送，做个技术交流，甚至技术合作。这是属于我们能做的贡献之二。再来的话，就是关于我们后期跟陆会长会进行针对证书板块，就是让它成为我们在技术层面上面的一个认证，让他们在专业上面有得到一个很好的一个认证的这样一个证书，来为他们做这样的一个背景的一个输出。这是属于我们在证书方面的这个板块。剩余来说的话，更多还是在于我们的一个技术交流会，通过我们大赛来给大家这样的一个更好的升级。就像刚刚我们有提到过了，就是亚洲美业大赛在第4届是在我们中国的遵义。这一届来讲的话，是由我们中国政府当地来进行主办的。那主要是在这一届完之后呢，我们中国大陆就不会再主办所有的赛事了。我们接下去的整个赛事第5届是在泰国。我们第5届在泰国的话，是由泰国的亲王，就是皇帝的哥哥亲王亲自邀请我们到泰国进行主办第5届的赛事。那这个泰国这场肯定会轰动整个全亚洲的，因为它整个规格应该算是最高规格的。他们是以国礼接待，包括以出动了所有的超跑啊、直升飞机啊等等的所有的规格都是比明星的城市都还要高的。这是属于在泰国第5届。那到了第6届来讲的话，我们还是依然会选择马来西亚或者是韩国。所以说我们未来的整个5届过后都是属于在整个亚洲各国的。所以说这就是我们也会做到一个很好贡献，就是把我们大赛搬进任何一个国家，然后来带动整个美业产业链的这样的一个结合，能更好的做到落地的一些协助和帮忙。这是我们大概能做一些贡献上的内容。这边2位合伙创始人有什么想法？
我是 Elvin 我来自马来西亚。为什么重复这个字眼 ？OK， 其实大家都知道，在疫情期间呢，马来西亚其实是其中一个受疫情所困扰或者所影响的国家。那你说Fabia 对美业亚洲有什么帮助？特别是在我自己身处的国家，我觉得Fabia未来会是一个创新，或者是让美业人在这个疫情期间，大家都是说新常态嘛，或者是新零售啊，英文大家都在讲 new normal。不过我们到底知道 new normal， 不过我们是要怎样生存在这个新常态、新规矩之下呢？很坦白讲，很多人其实是知道自己而不懂得怎样做的。那我觉得Fabia会有很大贡献在整个亚洲，原因有3个。第一个就是我们都知道，整个亚洲经济载体最大的是在中国。然后如果你讲到美妆的产品，当然韩国跟日本是数1数2的。那我们非常荣幸，我们有韩国 SJ 加进我们，所以变成有了韩国这个亚洲大国强国美妆里面来支持呢，我觉得在经营企业未来的道路上呢，我们完全可以贡献给每一个美业经营者更好的品质。
谢谢 Alvin。 哇 OK， 其实2位的这个想法综合起来呢，其实是一个非常强大的一个梦想和目标。You know, combining both different contributions that they have just shared with us, they're saying that, what we can contribute towards Asia itself I would say in a whole, it's such a big skill. Like what Mr. Tang has shared with us, he said, the first contribution he wished to do, which is actually similar to what Alvin has shared, it's in terms of trading. We have China, Taiwan, Japan, and Korea. We all know that in Asia, these four, one of the big fours, right? They are one of the biggest, I would say, a very important contribution in terms of beauty, in terms of price, in terms of quality, and in terms of products, right? That's what Mr. Tang has shared with us as well. And also in terms of popularity, because the trust is there, the reputation is there. And with that, on top of that, we have also the exchange of skills and manpower and also talents. That's how we can exchange that among countries and among us in a whole in Fabia itself. And with the competition, which is the fourth Asian beauty industry competition, followed by the fifth and sixth. The fifth one, we believe it will be held in Thailand. And we believe that through these competitions, it will definitely help with an upgrade of manpower, of talents, and even skills, right? And just to add on to what Alvin has shared also, he mentioned that with the help of the Japan, Korean, and also the Taiwanese, basically all of them together in a whole, these are actually the strong countries in Asia that would definitely help to affect the entire format in terms of business doing, education, and many more after this. So we're also talking about different contributions like certifications. 唐先生刚才有提到要拿到一些认证，对不对？ So these are the certifications that we also hope to gain through Fabia itself in Asia. Okay, 我希望刚才的简述有带到大家的重点啊。All right, next up, we're going to listen from just very quickly from different countries. 接下来呢，很快的我们要听一下每个国家的一些小的一些想法。你们觉得 Fabia 能够在你们的国家能够带动什么样的一些计划呢？ What do you think Fabia can change for your country in terms of planning, in terms of your future plans for the country itself or for your brand? So we're going to have every country representative to speak to us. Is that okay? 可以吗？所以我们可能先听let's have a listen to Anya. How about that?
Yeah, thank you. So with this for organization, I would really highly encourage the networking and business exchange of knowledge, whether that would be within Asia or between Asia and Australia, because it's highly significant to have networks within the international markets. This is especially important within the beauty industry because the skills and knowledge within one country is really significant, because each skill and each country has their own kind of representation with their products and their uses of products. It's really important within the beauty industry for technicians or beauty therapists to actually get recognized within the different countries. And it's really significant how we can grow as businesses through networking and learning through different platforms within the online arena of beauty.
Thank you, Anya. That's a great input to what you thought about what Fabia can do to Australia in specific, right? Thank you, Anya. And next, let's hear it from our friends from Japan. Mi-san.
Hi.
Hi, Mi-san. 请你说一下，你觉得 Fabia 能够在您的国家的美业行业就是美妆美容行业里面，你觉得会有带来什么样的变化呢？
这个日本的美发业呢，其实就是真的是很发达。因为看一个国家的美发业发达不发达，就看它的产品。日本的美发产品是相当多，所以我很希望把日本的美发产品跟美发技术传给大家，让大家享受这个好的产品。然后还有一个就是大家过来以后，我们的日本人就是日本人比较属国嘛，让他有一个就是世界范围的那个美容的意识，能够把自己学的东西能够教大家。还有一个，我们可以在日本开那个讲习会，就是搞那个实习，因为我以前在搞的那个台湾的学生在日本实习，就是实习1个月，让他们到店里去 看，日本的服务是世界一流的，这不光是技术，技术你练1000遍，你会练得很好，但是你的服务没有这个服务的意识，肯定是那个就是水平，就是服务水平可能是提不上。还有一个就是可以参加我们 SPC 的比赛，我们的 SPC 比赛是亚洲最高水准的比赛。你一边参加比赛，我们可以互相讨论我们的，对不对？对。还有，但是这个比赛呢很难，真的是得名次。它主要是什么？不是你参加所有的参赛选手都给你得奖，都是有一等，就是比赛的评委不是我们 SPC 协会的，而且不宣布是谁，当年的最有影响力的美容界的人士，他到1个月以前才宣布是谁，然后每一个人的范围，每一个人的喜好，每一个人的风格是不一样的，所以你要为了得奖去凑，就是为了这次得奖去搞那个什么特别的那个培训啊什么，也是比较难，就是真的比赛技术，我觉得这个可以带动就是我们美发界全亚洲美发界的水平。
好的，
这个。
谢谢你 Miss Ang 的分享，谢谢你。So we have heard from our Japan representative saying that, you know, in terms of from Japan's point of view, we can actually contribute to Fabia, especially into Asia in this way, which is number one, in terms of hair beauty. So she said that, you know, hair beauty is very renowned in Japan, and we all know that, right? With the amount of products they actually have in the market, that's more than enough, and of course we are hoping for more to share with all of you. And also the exchange of knowledge, just like what Miss Anya has also mentioned earlier, the exchange of beauty knowledge, there's so much more to share. And another thing she wished to actually input also, it is like an internship program, an exchange program to encourage more people within Asia itself to come to Japan to learn and actually get to practice their skills, not only to know and learn already, but put them into services, into practice. And finally, I'd like to encourage all of Asians, especially the beauty practitioners, to be in the competition in Japan, which has high standard and very highly influential. That's something that our president from Japan would like to say. 好的，接下来我们听一听韩国的朋友好不好？ Our friends from Korea.
네, 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하세요.
对，那个问题呢是这样子的，就是说 Fabia 你认为在韩国能够带来什么样的变化呢？或者是韩国这一方面想要怎样去就是贡献于 Fabia呢？
그러니까 이제 그 이번에 플랫폼을 오픈함에 있어서 그 플랫폼 지금 연합총회 이제 그 회원 그게 이제 한나 저 대표로서 그러니까 우리 그 한국은 이번에 이 플랫폼이란 이런 그 취지의 플랫폼이 만들어짐으로써 이거에 맞춰서 어떤 그 기업, 어떤 계획, 어떤 일
네, 안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하세요.
네, 반갑습니다. 먼저 이번 그 플랫폼 오픈을 진심으로 축하하고요. 무궁한 발전이 있기를 기원하겠습니다.
首先，再次祝贺我们共同的今天的这个联合总会的发布会正式发表然后呢，希望我们所有的这个每个国家的代表国家一起努力，把这个联合总会越来越发展的越来越强大。
好。
저희 한국에서 이 플랫폼에 기여할 수 있는 일은 크게 두 가지로 볼 수가 있어요. 하나는 우리가 그 한국 속담에 배고픈 사람에게 밥을 주지 마. 일을 할 수 있는 어떤 그 솔루션을 제공하라 이런 속담이 있거든요.
我认为的话就我可以说2点韩国有这样的俗语有一个现在有饥渴的人
对
你看到有一个饥渴的人要吃东西的人，就先不要给他吃饭，给吃东西给他
挨饿
对不是不要给他吃东西，就是给他一个就是另外的一种可以发展的一些另外的一种帮助共犯还是好的这种大概这样的内容。
对，明白。
그래서 우리 그 한국의 특히 뷰티 산업에 여러 가지 프로그램, 특히 그 스킨케어 테크닉 등 여러 가지 그 프로그램 솔루션들이 상당히 많습니다. 이것을 우리 플랫폼에 회원국들에게 공급을 함으로 인해서 각자의 나라에서 이런 그 스킨 테크닉을 습득을 하고 그래서 산업 현장에서 사용해서 어떤 이익을 추구할 수 있는 그런 상황을 만들어드릴 수가 있습니다.
作为一个这次的这个联合组会的成员国之一，然后还有一个是在韩国其实有很多在皮肤特别是皮肤管理也好，皮肤这个美容行业里边很多一些好的项目、好的产品技术。那作为一个这个联合组会的成员国之一，刚才唐总也好，骆会长也好，蔡会长谈到的一些目前韩国在这个亚洲国家就是很受欢迎的一些拥有的一些这些所谓的一些这些技术一些产品这些东西希望通过这次成立的一些平台推广到一些兄弟亚洲各兄弟单位共同发展。
好的。
또 하나는 그 화장품 또는 그 뷰티 산업에 사용할 수 있는 디바이저 등 기타 그 산업에 대한 어떤 그런 노하우가 상당히 많이 있어요. 특히 그 화장품은 여러분들도 알다시피 그 한국의 그 제조 기술이 상당히 뛰어납니다. 그래서 이 훌륭한 화장품을 합리적인 가격으로 그 플랫폼 회원들에게 공급을 함으로써 우수하고 합리적인 그런 제품들을 여러분들이 이용하실 수가 있습니다.
还有一个这个前面这个3位特别是唐总讲的这些，因为我们是直接成员国之一，然后还有一些这些直接制造、直接研发这些技术很多优秀的产品，这样的话也通过我们这个平台，我们可以做到拿我们的技术这个研发、开发、制造的这些产品在价格竞争力也好，在各方面就是给这个亚洲我们美容行业的一些会员消费者低廉就是优质的价格这个品质可以提供。
好的，谢谢감사합니다。对，谢谢你们刚才的这个分享이해해주셔서 감사합니다。因为为什么呢？因为我觉得刚刚的这个虽然说是翻译可是其实在这个话语当中呢，大家都看到很多不同的东西，就是通过不同的国家，大家都有不同的看见，可是大家都有同一个目标，就是希望能够共享。这个享是享受的享，有没有发觉到这一点？这个非常重要，我相信也是刚才唐先生蔡博士甚至刚才 Alvin 也是有说到的，就是希望可以制造一个无国界的平台嘛，希望大家能够一起就是这样子以一个共同的力量呢走向全世界，走向一个无国界的一个核心的观念。And so just to summarize a bit of what our representative from Korea has shared with us, they said basically is to create a sharing platform, right? From Korea. Because we all know that Koreans, we have a lot of them, especially in the beauty industry, who are very much into skincare and cosmetic products. We wish to continue to grow together simultaneously as a whole, as an association, and together with the entire Asia. And also to continue to research, develop, and manufacture great quality products with affordable prices, and it will be shared, this kind of thing on the same platform. All right. 好的，接下来呢，我们就谈一谈刚刚唐先生有提到的，就是这个第4届的亚洲美业的这个比赛哦。刚刚呢，我们唐先生这边就可能请你再多说一下，好不好？刚刚你也提到第5届、第6届等等，这些都是我们的期望，我们也希望可以看到的。那不知道你可不可以更详细一点的告诉我们第4届的这个先讲一下这个比赛呢？
好，那我现在简单跟大家介绍一下第4届亚洲美业大赛的概况。今年9月15号到16号，在我们中国贵州的遵义来进行举办我们这场第4届亚洲美业大赛。因为今年的疫情期间的话，我们今年就没有办法邀请各国入场来比赛，所以我们今年的话就是海外的这个各国嘉宾还是以观礼的方式来参与我们这次的比赛。那给大家介绍一下，我们今年第4届在贵州遵义的话，它只有几大核心亮点。我们主要打造的是一个叫做美在遵义，影响亚洲这么一个口号。大家应该清楚一个酒叫做茅台酒，在日本跟韩国应该都会很清楚这个。它是一个茅台的生产的一个主要的城市，他们是以酒为主的。所以我们今年主要是以这个最美遵义的这个口号在做这场赛事，把它跟美相结合。跟传统来说一样的，我们涉及的范围也就是像美发、美容、皮肤管理、美甲，包括纹绣、半永久这块，然后还有我们最近新的一个项目叫做轻医美，这样的一个综合项目为我们今年比赛的参赛的这个项目的核心。那今年来讲的话，我们还是跟以往一样的，就是有颁奖典礼啊、红地毯啊，包括我们的明星的一些助阵。我可能在这些板块要稍微解释一下哈，我们的赛事跟传统的全球的赛事不太一样。全球的赛事来讲，他们都比较简单，也比较不注重仪式感流程。我们亚洲美大赛的话，就是比较注重的是商业化的转变。我们在商业化转变当中的投入成本很大。从第1届到我们第3届，我们3场的比赛总投入已经超过1000万了，超过1000万人民币。包括今年我们这场的话，也是投入将近快200多万的人民币。比起在整个亚洲的所有的赛事，不管是韩国的，或者是日本，或者是任何国家参加任何的比赛，他们更多注重的东西可能是一些政府的选手，或者是一些比较严谨的比赛方法，或者是评分上的一些着陆。那我们不太一样，我们主要是以商业性质，主要是怎么说呢？就是提高每一个人在这个行业的收入，怎么做升级，怎么如果建立他们在商业上面的这个资源的对接，包括怎么样成为美业的明星，如何像美业的明星一样可以上红毯、坐豪车、明星颁奖、明星合影等等的这些环节做一个核心点。所以说我们的商业性质来讲的话比较浓厚，所以说这也是能更好的去跟市场的很多的赛事不太同。这个可能需要特别讲一下，就是赛事的区别化。刚刚包括我们任乔姐所说的日本的赛事跟我们完全不一样的，我们是商业性质很浓厚的。可是呢，以当下的疫情期间来看的话，包括未来的整个美业的发展来看的话，其实更主要的核心还是在于怎么让这些美业的人真正能通过赛事的内容产生价值、产生收益。并不是我排斥传统，而是传统的内容比起现在的市场的这种商业性质来讲的话，更加的不接地气。 而商业形式来讲，它能更好的从商品、技术、资源包括所有的各项升级来讲，它是一个很好的一个出口。好，这是我想去提倡赛事的不同。那再来的话，就是我们今年赛事有几个亮点呢？第一个亮点就是明星助阵，我们今年的话还是一样会有明星助阵，像我们大家可能常知道的，就是我们上一届的有潘玮柏，像我们的李佳薇，来自马来西亚的李佳薇，她有参加了我们的这个第3届亚洲美大赛的演唱会，包括了还有我们的台湾的像蓝雪妈妈、范逸臣，还有叮当这些所谓大家熟悉的明星。那我们今年的话可能会有一些哪些明星呢？还是一样会有台湾的像我们今年的话会有像那个孙耀威，唐以哲包括台湾的那个吴克群等等的，我们今年还是一样会有明星的大牌助阵不太一样的地方是今年不是演唱会，今年的话是以明星给美业的人做颁奖，打造美业明星这样的一个开端再另外一个的话就是今年我们会有所有的纪录片的一个转载，就是今年我们投入广告费用会比较大就是让所有的消费者能去了解美业的这样的一个事情，所以今年我们会在所有我们大陆所盛行的这些抖音、快手腾讯、优酷、百度等各方面的广告投放会比较大，通过让消费者去感受我们每一个人在做这些事情的一个核心，能让消费者得到了我们的认可，为我们未来在消费的升级包括在收费的价格的升单能有所帮助这是我们在为美业所在做的几个核心点当然还有一个板块是什么呢？就是今年我们这个赛事的话是有一个核心，就是我们当地的政府作为今年的核心主办，因为以往来讲的话，像我们这种活动政府正常都不会做牵头的，那今年的话由政府来做主办，当然后面可能涉及的东西比较多是政治，我就不讲了，因为我刚说过我们的这个平台更多不讲政治，那这里面有内容我就不多说。
好，
那关于我们这场的赛事大概是这样情况，那我在陈述我刚刚提到过的第5届在泰国这么一件事情，其实我们原本应该是第5届是在马来西亚的其实应该是在马来西亚的那我不太清楚越南不太清楚马来西亚这个明年疫情的效果会怎么样所以说我们最保险的是刚好今年泰国的亲王那个巴莫巴莫是那个泰国的皇帝的亲哥哥他正式邀请我们成为第5届到泰国主办的这么一个所谓的盛事，而且是由泰国皇室作为主办，他们政府牵头所以我在想说那疫情期间泰国其实还不错还可以，他们基本上的疫苗各方都已经打好了所以说明年在泰国还是比较安全的那当然更多的还是明年在泰国的话应该会创造一个新的历史，就是应该是最大最轰动的整场赛事，因为它的预计应该是在6到7千人，而且那一场的赛事的整个投入成本的话，我们当时在预估大概应该是在800万人民币左右包括所出动的东西有所谓当地政府的军队进行的国宾道的迎接就是有专门的以国礼的方法接待我们美业，这是一个很高的规格，同时的话可能还会出动像直升飞机包括所有的豪车包括所有的现场的所有这些旅游业的这些所有领导都会出席，所以基本来讲的话在第5届在泰国这一场活动应该会是成为整个全球美业最盛事的一场值得大家去关注和去多做了解。我们在明年的话应该过完年之后就会正式公布出相关的信息，也希望大家能多多的去关注它。那当然第6届的话我们当然还是希望能在马来西亚对吧希望我们陆会长能在上天保佑的情况之下多把这个事情多弄多去再斟酌一下
对对哇这么快已经开始打算还有计划第6届的了
对肯定的，因为我们家其实这样子的规划因为我们已经是属于第5届开始就是不在中国大陆主办， 就是将近开始进行整个亚洲巡回，包括在马来西亚、泰国、韩国，甚至后期还会到日本，而且我们已经去过日本了，会到那个包括越南啊等等的其他国家，就是尽可能希望未来5年能留给整个亚洲各国这样一个机会，能有这样的一个赛事去做一个带动当地经济、带动美业发展这样的一个机会。
好的，谢谢唐先生给了我们一个这么详细的一个解释。Thank you so much for such a thorough explanation, especially on the 4th Asian Beauty Industry Competition. I think just to sum it up, this year it would be held in the September, right, 15th to 16th of September in Guizhou, China. And of course, we can't invite all of the participants from all over the world to join us, unfortunately, due to the pandemic. But again, why is it different from any other competitions out there? You know, a lot of beauty competitions, especially in this industry, all over the world, they focus mainly on creativity, on skills, on beauty, right? For this, we also focus on beauty, but in terms of business. Right, so it's different from the international competitions that we see out there because we want to help beauty practitioners to increase their value of life, their income, or even their resources. So we want them to become beauty stars. We're going to give them red carpet, you know, the experience on the red carpet. We want to give them a luxurious lifestyle, right? That's what we're trying to do, to improve their life. So we're going to help them in terms of would say a business point of view, right? So it's a lot of business thing involved instead of the creativity part, right? And also we'll have the addition of celebrity guests from Taiwan joining us as award presenters this year, and it will definitely be very heavily on social media. And of course, the 5th Asian Beauty Industry Competition, we are hoping to have it also. Initially, it was supposed to be in Malaysia, but due to the pandemic issue, we have then accepted the invitation by one of the royalties in the Thailand to organize this competition there. So it will definitely be a new chapter, a new milestone for us because it will be in a bigger scale altogether, and we have expected to have 6,000 to 7,000 participants on the 5th of Asian Beauty Competition with a higher budget, of course. And the exact date, we will announce it next year. And our 6th Asian Beauty Industry Competition, we are hoping to have it in Malaysia, of course. And slowly we'll move on to other countries. We have also already organized ours in Japan, in some of the other countries. Hopefully one day we can reach out to more people. Okay, so one more question regarding Asian Beauty Industry Competition. 再来最后一个问题关于这个的。想问一下，因为这边线上其实也有很多美业的朋友嘛，那如果他们要参加的话，怎么参加呢？第4届的，不好意思哦，听不到，等一下我们把已经 Okay, so the next question is, for those of them who are interested to participate in this year's competition, which is the 4th Asian Beauty Industry Competition, how can they join it? So 唐先生给我们解释一下。
第4届在海外这个板块，我们今年暂时没开通。今年海外这个板块我们暂时没开通。
OK。暂时没有开封。Okay, so as of now it is still not open up, so 只限于自己国家的人嘛，对不对？
对，我们第4届只针对我们中国内陆的这个参赛选手，没有对外开放。
好的，谢谢你。So of course, unfortunately, this year's competition is not open to other countries. As you know, pandemic is still on the run, so it's only limited to local participants only in China. Okay, next we're going to meet and talk to more people since we have other members over here joining us as well. Let's talk a bit about beauty industry during the pandemic. 接下来呢，既然我们线上有这么多的代表，我们有澳洲的朋友啦，我们有这个马来西亚、台湾、韩国、日本的这些会长们都在线上，我们这个时候趁机跟他们聊聊一下，在疫情的时候，他们国家的美业是怎么样的呢？So first thing first, 我们问一下 Alvin 好了，马来西亚这边可能你可以代表马来西亚发声，给大家讲一下。So how has the pandemic hit Malaysia, right, and also all the other countries? We're going to talk about that by having, different representatives to speak to us. So now we have Alvin from Malaysia. 跟大家说一下吧，马来西亚这边的情况怎么影响美业呢？
大家好哈。我是 Elvin 来自马来西亚。马来西亚目前的情况，不管你是在线上 马来西亚的朋友或者是海外的朋友，马来西亚目前还是在封锁中。那美业呢是在第3阶段。那第3阶段是什么概念呢？第1阶段目前是我们政府在锁的第1阶段，就是说它只会让一些行业在 essential 的行业，特别是制造业开封。第2阶段还会陆陆续续的再来选某一个行业。目前还是在第1阶段。那以此类推估计的话呢，美业应该要到今年9月或10月，如果幸运的话。那这个是一个什么概念呢？目前在今年马来西亚真正有的营业的美业是60天左右，所以可以说美业目前是在一个非常非常挑战的情况。不过还不必很担心，我除了是发表的会长，我还是其他分会的总会长，所以我们有积极的跟政府在反映美业者的情况。当然通过正确的管道，我们也有到政府有给到一些回应。所以既然说我们还是在被锁，虽然大家都辛苦，不过永远要相信，永远会有更好的方法。那最主要一个东西是，美业在马来西亚这一个国家呢，它是不会消失。为什么呢？是因为产品的需求还是有在，服务的需求还是会存在。特别是今天特别兴奋成立了发表之后呢，我相信发表会带来马来西亚美业在疫情之后会更加容易的经商。所谓容易，就是说在囤货或者是投资，在接触海外的资源上面呢，会来得更容易。同时间我也借这个机会说，如果你是马来西亚的美业业者，不管你是在什么工会或者机构，如果你觉得你有需要亚洲以马来西亚以外亚洲的资源的话，随时欢迎可以联系我们。我们希望说，虽然带马来西亚走出海外，我也希望说可以把海外的资源带进来马来西亚，主要是提高马来西亚的 GDP。美业者一定会走过。目前虽然我们在寒冬，不过已经不远了。这个是目前马来西亚的情况。谢谢 Chris。
谢谢 Alvin. Thank you so much, Alvin, for giving everybody a quick summary of what is happening over here, especially the beauty industry in Malaysia. Yes, we are in a lockdown right now because of the pandemic, of course, and it is definitely a very challenging time for the beauty industry, as most of the beauty services centers are being closed down. That's very true. So a lot of things, I think product and services are still on demand, definitely. A lot of us over here in Malaysia, we still need that. So, Alvin and also a lot of the other activists, especially from the beauty industry, they are actively negotiating with the government, hopefully to bring back, a better time for the beauty industry. And with the help of Fabia, with the launch of Fabia, it would definitely help to ease the development of beauty industry of Malaysia, and hopefully will bring Malaysia out, from Malaysia itself to Southeast Asia and then to Asia to other countries. That's what we hope for, right, Alvin? All right, thank you. All right, next, let's hear it from Anya. Anya, tell us, how has the pandemic hit Australia? And how is it? Is it very hard to overcome hard times like this? Tell us a bit more about how has the beauty industry suffered from the pandemic, especially in Australia itself.
Yeah, throughout Australia at the moment, within the beauty industry, we hit pretty hard because beauty industry within Australia is actually a front-on kind of service-to-service parameters, and throughout the pandemic we have actually been challenged to work more so online and shift our focus within the online arena. So with smaller businesses, which is front-on facing and service based, it's kind of really hard for business owners to actually evolve their business, but through the government of support and associations, through developing business structures online, businesses tend to actually evolve their strategies through online channels much more rigorously. So that has been kind of the change and evolvements within Australia at the moment. Yes.
Thank you, Anya. Thank you so much for your insight. knowing that, I think a lot of the countries are actually, doing the same thing. That's the only platform we can do, which is to convert from being offline or maybe retail stores to going online. Unfortunately, services still can't really be brought online, right? That's
Yes.
true, isn't it? Yep. Okay, thank you so much, Anya. So now let's hear it from Taiwan. 我们请蔡博士告诉我们一下好不好？可能就听一听在台湾那边的美业现在是怎么样了呢？因为我们知道你们就是在这个新冠疫情曾经有一段时间已经慢慢风平浪静了，然后又再起一波就是怎么说，一波未平一波又起这样子，所以相信美业也有受到重大的打击吧。那请你说一下好了，在这段时间台湾的美业人士他们是怎么胜过这个困难或者是挑战的呢？现在目前的情况又是怎么样的呢？蔡博士。
OK， 谢谢各位好朋友的关心哦。台湾其实前一阵子状况非常的好哈，那最近这1-2个月因为 Delta 病毒的关系哈，所以说台湾比较紧张，现在办封城的情况哈。但是我们的封城大概是自主封城啊，就是说政府没有强制规定，但是大概就是台湾这边的一些美业啊，基本上大概都暂时都停止营业了哈。相较于马来西亚啦，或者是其他国家来讲，其实受的冲击没有这么大，因为我们大概就是这2个月的时间稍微紧张一点，那其他的时间大概都还算 OK。那当然我们也很多美业的好朋友们，大家也在思考啦，就是说这个疫情应该来讲的话，不会是很快的哦就结束了，也许它的病毒一直在变种哦。那未来针对美业的这个后美业的这个疫情的这个情况来讲的话，要怎么样去度过哈？这我们在很多的商业工会的美业的好朋友们，大家这段时间其实也趁着休业的时间，大家都在思考了哈。那另外就是政府的力量也在结合哦，就是说看怎么样来协助哈。那当然这个是台湾目前的现况了哈。那我们刚刚今天借由今天的座谈呢，我想也可以呼吁一下啦，我们今天美业协会的总会的成立哦。这条路其实还蛮漫长的哈，因为过去有韩国啦、日本这些比较好的一些美业的一些经验哦，已经走过来了。当然我们这个时候在唐总的号召之下成立这个平台有3-4年的时间哈。那借由今天的成立大会以后，我们也当然希望能够寻求更多的力量来加入这个平台了哈。因为毕竟亚洲的国家有48个国家，并不是所有的国家都在我们目前的发展的上面来讲，有开发中的国家，有未开发的国家。那刚刚我们唐总谈的这些美业的平台的一些创新的做法哦，那借由各位这个其他国家的美业伙伴加入进来共享以后，我想我们还有一个很重要的任务，就是怎么样去传承了哦，就是把这些开发的国家的一些好的经验哦，那我们协会这边也希望说能够把这个工作做起来哦，把一些技术无国界哦，怎么样把好的这些技术啦、教育平台啦、商品的资源啦，能够导到这个平台里面一直发展下去，然后来扶持一些现在像越南啊，或者是柬埔寨啊，其他还没有开发起来的国家，大家一同在这个平台里面哈，大家互相的来帮忙，互相的来协助哈，然后共同的来分享。我想这个是我们希望加入这个平台最大的目的了哈。
好的，谢谢蔡博士，谢谢您。Okay, so now in Taiwan, what's happening? So actually, we know that the pandemic has hit Taiwan once again, but still it's under control. A lot of them actually from the beauty industry, they are taking this action, which is the self-enforced stay-at-home. Government did not enforce anything on them. They can still run their businesses if they want to, but many of them chose not to, just to be safe for everybody. So it hasn't been a huge hit on the beauty industry in a whole, although many has chosen not to open their businesses, not to run them. However, to overcome, certain problems that we face, definitely, this crisis, the government is definitely working hard to assist us. And here we have a shout out, especially to those of you who are watching this. Fabia, it is definitely there's still a long way to go for. We have just established it. As you know, we have just launched it. So we need more power, more resources here. So feel free to also pass on your experience, education, info, skills, and resources to us as a whole so that we could all grow together. So that's what, in general, what Professor Chai has just said to us. Okay, so moving on, we're going to hear from our friend from Korea. Hello, 한국의 朋友, 최 회장, 박 회장님들, 박 회장님들. 네.
지금 한국의 지금 코로나 이후로 지금 뷰티 업종의 어떤 변화, 어떤 일들이 생기고 있고 그런 것들을 어떻게 지금 대응을 하고 나가고 있는지 어떤
네, 감사합니다. 말씀 잘 들었고요. 지금 말레이시아 로 회장 말씀과 지금 대만의 최 회장님 말씀과 똑같이 이 플랫폼을 구축한 것에 구축한 것에 대해서 정말 기쁨을 감추 못하겠습니다. 왜냐하면 지금 그 코로나 데믹 이 시대의 어려운 상황에서 가장 살아남을 수 있는 하나의 플랫폼 구축이거든요. 그래서 정말 너무 박수를 보내고 싶을 정도 정말 기뻤습니다. 왜냐하면 저희 한국 지금 코로나 겪고 나서부터 지금 저희 한국은 국민과 개인과의 네.
首先再次我本人第一次讲话，本人对这个今天的平台的发布再次最次恭喜哈，对。然后今天这个平台是不容易的，今天就终于开设了，就是发布了。然后这个平台的话，就是就本人想法是更合适目前这个全世界这个疫情的一些情况的一个好的平台，好的开始。
네, 저희 한국은 처음에는 되게 서성거리고 되게 힘들었지만 함께 재빨리 거기에 빠른 대응을 함으로써 다른 세계적으로 여러 나라들이 있겠지만 저희 한국이 정말 자랑스러운 게 빨리 대응을 해서 이 코로나를 빨리 잡을 수 있다는 그런 우리 메디컬 기술력이라든가 우리 한국 사람들의 스피디한 그런 대응에 저희가 자긍심과 자랑스럽게 생각을 합니다. 그래서 지금은 코로나 시대라도 저희 한국의 플랫폼이 있습니다. 쿠팡이라든가 카카오 이런 예를 들어서 있는데 네이버 이런 것들이 있습니다. 그래서 이 어려운 난국에 이런 소상공이라든가 화장품 뷰티인들이 살아남을 수 있게끔 그 플랫폼을 거쳐서 제품도 광고나 온라인식으로 지금 활성화, 저희 한국이 자급자족을 할 수 없는 나라인 거 아시죠? 그런데 저희 한국은 뛰어납니다. 왜냐면 제조업에서 지금도 아주 성과 발전 매출력이 아주 좋은 성과를 내고 있습니다. 세계적으로. 예.
네네네.
目前现在就是我就是把内容转达一下吧，因为葛会长就是刚才前面的最主要想说的是本人的话就是前面讲的一些内容，然后呢接下来刚才后面讲的这些是其实这个韩国最近从这个疫情开始到现在，整个韩国的这个对疫情的各行业的一些它的所谓的一些对应还不错，因为特别是我们这个美容行业的话，就是在这个目前在前面一些几位会长说的，就是目前很荣幸的在亚洲国家在 K Beauty 的这种一个名下，然后呢就是在基础上，在产品上，在一些各方面很受欢迎，然后呢这种一些基础下在美容坊目前这个疫情的情况下对这一段时间的一些各种对策对应还算挺好。比如说这个目前现在几大产业当中美容 美容产业的这一方面的话，化妆品的整个出口的量是比疫情之前还增加了。然后整体的对这方面的一些感受，请我们那个朴松瑞。
好，박 회장님, 네, 말씀하세요. 네.
네. 장시간 지금 미팅을 하면서 느낀 바는 역시 팩트는 코로나19예요. 역시 한국도 코로나로 인해서 상당히 힘든 것만큼은 사실입니다. 그런데 지금 그런 힘든 가운데서도 화장품 산업이 가장 으뜸이에요. 반도체도 물론이고 조선업도 이제 우리가 강세를 띄고 있는. 특히 화장품 수출은 저희가 수출 실적이 세계 3위예요. 그 정도로 화장품 실적이 좋은데 또한 이 코로나도 저희가 잘 극복을 하고 있어요. 그 덕분에 이 화장품 산업, 특히 뷰티 산업 쪽이 많은 어려움을 겪고 있지는 않지만 겪고 있지 않고 어느 정도 발전하는 그런 상황을 만들어가고 있는 거죠.
目前这个疫情其实对各种产业的影响是很客观，就是很直观的。然后呢，包括目前现在韩国几大产业当中，这个美容行业，还有一些造船业，一些什么其他汽车也好，其他行业当中，目前整体在出口方面，现在整个业绩升级的是这个化妆品行业，整个输出的数据现在比疫情之前还提高了。现在政府发标的全球出口化妆品出口顺序的话，第3位，韩国是属于列在第3位这个是很不错的一个数字。对。
好的。
네, 특히 이 플랫폼 오픈은 상당히 중요한 시발점이 됐어요. 한국에서도 그동안 오프라인 영업을 많이 했던 그런 시스템에서 택배 영업이라든지 이런 택배 시스템이 상당히 많이 발전을 하고 있습니다. 결국은 여러분들도 알다시피 비대면의 어떤 그런 거래 방식을 택하는 거죠. 역시 우리가 지금 오픈한 플랫폼은 지금 아시아 연합의 어떤 대표적인 그런 성격을 띠고 있는 그런 플랫폼으로서 상당히 앞으로 기대가 많이 될 거다 이렇게 생각을 하고 있고요. 저희 한국에서도 이 플랫폼에 어떻게 하면 도움을 주고 또 도움을 받을 수 있는지 그런 생각을 꾸준하게 해나가도록 하겠습니다.
目前今天这次我们这个联合总会的这个平台，其实是前面几位的会长、代表会长都讲过，然后我们也知道这个核心是什么，这个重点以后要做的事情是什么。然后呢，在这个疫情这个平台商务平台今天成立，正合适这个疫情期间的一些很多情况，然后韩国也是在各行各业上，现在针对这种疫情的一个情况，然后在这个特别是不对面，然后呢这个网上的交流、销售、沟通一些什么一些这种方式，一些增加各行自己的一些每个就是行业的一些所谓的一些陆续的现在转换到这种一些交流方式那我们这个韩国就是这次我们平台的一个成员国之一，然后呢，我们之后的话，我们就好好协助一些总部的这个好的一个政策、一些体系，一些反正这个为主，然后呢，我们也好好协助，我们怎么能尽量好对这个我们的平台联合总会这个平台，我们可以多做贡献帮助，然后呢，我们也可以得到的一些帮助，那我相互就是努力，我们的期待很大。
好的， 谢谢你们，谢谢감사드립니다，谢谢三位呢，尤其是三位会长呢，给我们的一些见解，还有刚刚说的这一些，就是说他们觉得韩国能够在发表，尤其是这个平台能够给予的一些帮助，还有他们希望得到的一些帮助，所以其实期望很大。也有很多期待在这个东西里面。So just to sum it up, basically pandemic situation in Korea, they're saying that it's well under control as well. So this establishment, especially of Fabia, it's actually at a great time because it's definitely suitable for the pandemic time where it brings everybody together. It definitely increases a lot of communication among countries, among regions, networking, and a collaboration. This has helped to improve a lot. Instead of just working within our region, we've opened up more opportunities. And also, talk about sales. Besides responding it very well, actually the beauty industry, especially in terms of cosmetic industries, they're of course doing the best. The sales has dramatically improved as compared to before the pandemic. And from the latest research data that we have just found, that Korea was listed as top 3, right? Globally in terms of sales. So thank you， 谢谢韩国这边的这个代表的一些见解。好的，再来我们看一下日本秘书。
嗨。
对。
嗨。嗨。
请你简单的说一下日本这边美业的就是应对，尤其是在疫情的时候。
好，这个日本呢也是影响啊，蛮大的，主要是政府对应力不够，餐饮店、观光业跟零售业。大概到7月1号，这个日本倒产的公司大概有1700多倒产了，但是这个农业不是最惨的，餐饮业、美容业的方面影响是什么呢？就是化妆品负增长，化妆品，就是没有必要日本人每天化妆的很精致出来，但是在家里他就不要画的很精致了，这是第一。这个美容店的现状，因为封城，所以封城我封了3次嘛，现在第3次是已经解除了，但是因为封城的原因，就是客人就是周期呢，来店的周期就变长了，估计就是去年以前1年大概一个人来店6点一次，现在变成4点一次。是有影响，但是还好，倒产的美发业不多，倒产的是什么？美甲店跟按摩店，按摩店很多，美甲店倒产的也多，还有那个比赛，基本上没有比赛，我们的协会的比赛也是线上的比赛，还有那个我们协会的每年春季大会有2000多人参加，然后今年就变成400多，再后来再变一下，就是疫情严重了，变成200个。我们1400会员，只有200个人能参加我们春季大会，反正就是有这个方面有影响了，
是。
然后呢，就是美发的那个卖的也不是很好了，没有以前那么好了，这个都是影响。然后针对那个这次疫情，我们也会采取好多措施了，应对措施啦，进来一定要测体温、戴口罩，还有一个就是对客人重视对客人的服务，就是真的是觉得到什么程度，就是登峰造极了，就是要更有礼貌、更殷勤、更恭敬，要对客人说什么？最后客人走的时候要对客人说，在这个很严重的季节、很严重的疫情期间，你来到我们店里，我们觉得非常感谢。这个一句话一定要对客人说，是这样。
日本人真的不一样哦，这些文化的差异哦。
对，然后还有一个发师的要求更高，你好不容易来了一个客人，你一定要抓住他，要把你的浑身解数放出来给客人，是这样。
OK。很有趣。
对，然后我们那个，其实日本疫情呢，也不是到跟印度一样非常严重，第3次封城以后呢，稍微好了一点，但是什么？奥运会来了，
这样也是。
奥运会来，国家准备是奥运会是七月开始，说是6月、7月一定要打针，所有的人都打到，但是针不够。
对。
到现在，就是老年人跟医生是打到了，我们还没轮到。还有一个是海外的运动员来了，已经有几个人在海关检测出来是感染。
哎呀，
蛮讨厌，所以这样一搞的，日本人就怕了，有点出去。
好的好的。
外国家你好像这次是开也是损，不开损失更大，是这样，所以他损失稍微小一点就开吧。这样。
好的，谢谢秘书长。Thank you so much. Very interesting input, especially from Japan. Well, as compared to other countries, actually, Japan is also one of the highly affected countries in terms of the beauty industries. Well, the most affected one is not beauty industry, of course, it's the retail, the tourism industry, and because the government is not so strict in terms of enforcing them to stay home, to not go out and whatnot. So the sales of beauty products has a dramatic drop, and also a lot of beauty shops are facing close down, especially many pedi shops, massage therapy centers, spa centers. A lot of them are being closed down. So, well, a lot of on-ground beauty activities and events or competitions that used to be held every year and annually are now being cancelled. So, one of the interesting solutions here, which I heard from Mi-sang earlier, she said, now they said to overcome the challenges, they improve themselves by providing better services and better manners. We all know the mannerism of a Japanese, how they are so well-mannered, right? So they say, to do that, you have to have the best of the best manner. And if you have any customers at all that comes to your shop, make sure you do anything to make sure they stay loyal and they're still attracted and interested to come to your shop. So these are some interesting, counter things that they have done. Now, finally, we have come to an end of our dialogue today. It has been a very fruitful session, of course. 那当然，今天呢，我们的对话呢，其实已经开始来到结尾了哈。因为今天我们其实聊了好多东西，除了发表的成立以外呢，其实今天我们也详谈了很多关于美业的这些事情，尤其是世界各地不同的这些美业人士都聚集在同一个框框里面，我们有机会认识到大家，也知道大家在就是这个美业的这个情况是怎么样的。当然刚才我们也更加详细的了解大家怎么样去对应这个方式。所以最后的最后呢，在没有结束之前，还有谁想要补充一些什么的吗？ Anybody who would like to add on anything before we close today's session?
我做补充吧，最后。
是，好的。
OK， 可能你是马来西亚或者是亚洲其他国家，那不管你在哪一个国家疫情，不管你是在哪一地区，只要你是美业人，你受影响的，可能你会觉得说为什么这个时候这么不公平我们永远要记得一个东西，事情发生我们是没有办法阻止，不过我们怎样回应那个事情是一个非常非常关键的我们说有人讲心态，有人讲态度，不过我觉得这个是一个思维。那最后在这个节目的总结的时候，我带出这个信息是说发表的成立绝对不是因为了成立而成立，它绝对是希望说你在疫情不管业绩有没有受影响为什么我用不管，因为我听到韩国的会长讲说他们的出口的业绩其实是在升上去的所以变成说如果你也是希望说在你的业务上更轻松更好的做到，不管是在个人品牌，我们的美业大赛第4届绝对可以帮得上你，个人品牌提升价值当然就会提升业绩，那在产品的贡献上有了更品质更优惠的产品的话，那你就更容易经商。在管理我们讲做企业无非是盈利跟品牌两个方面，那品牌上我们美业大赛帮得到，盈利上我们有这么多国家可以输送出好的品质的更优惠的产品这个价格，那我相信发表绝对是你走出这个寒冬快速的一条通道希望说我们有机会服务大家，谢谢。
谢谢哇，走出寒冬啊，不只是要走出寒冬，走出疫情，还希望呢能够通过大家的这些努力，还有全世界所有美业人士的同心协力，大家能够走出亚洲，对不对？去向全世界。刚才大家也一直在强调的就是 borderless， 就是无国界的这个美业哦。谢谢大家今天下午呢跟大家，就是我们马来西亚这边是下午的时间嘛。Thank you so much for spending your afternoon. I'm not sure what time is it over there, Anya, but over here in Malaysia and a lot of the other Asian countries, I believe it's in the afternoon, right? So thank you so much for spending your precious time with us just to talk about the beauty industry and also to witness the official launch of Fabia. 谢谢大家今天特别抽出宝贵的时间和我们一起详谈，或者是一起分享美业的一些就是过程，一些新生，甚至于这个就是亚洲美业联盟协会联合会的创办，还有一些你们的这些要分享的东西哈，谢谢你们。And with that, thank you so much for joining us. Wishing all of you the best. 在这里祝福大家，祝福各位，希望美业能够越做越好。谢谢大家，我们下一次再见，拜拜。
Now, that was some updates and insights from all around the world about how this pandemic has affected people from different parts of the globe. Now, one thing that we must always remember, how we overcome them is how we get through them. So we really hope that this pandemic shall stop spreading anytime soon. So keep your head up, all right? As Fabia has already mentioned about their 4th Asian Beauty Industry Competition, shall any of our online audiences have any questions? And if you are interested to know more, drop us a message or WhatsApp in order for us to connect you to Fabia online for more details. Well, it sure has been a long day with a lot of new information to digest in. But isn't it great for us to be able to stay at the comfort of your home or workplace and gain so much new information and knowledge, of course? We would like to take this very special moment to thank our exhibitors, speakers, presenters, and our online audiences for joining us here today. Remember, if you have any questions, drop us a message or WhatsApp us at the contact feature button provided at the bottom right of your website page of beautyonlinetradeshow.com. Now, just to give you a head up about what's coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow, it's all about hair. Now, I believe this is going to be my favorite or maybe Queen's favorite session because there will be a channel called This Is Hair Channel, an initiative and great enthusiasm to gather all the talented hairdresser of the hair industry in Beauty Online Trade Show to bring us hair industry people with more local and even international hair information. So tomorrow, we're going to be talking to some of the biggest names of hair industry in Malaysia, such as Datin Winnie Lu, Malaysia hair industry icon, Mr. Aaron Yap, the founder of Hair Atelier, as well as Mr. Vincent Ho, who is the managing director of Kimari Group of Salons and Hairdressing Academies. Also, we will also be covering a few more very well-known hair industry players to share with us about their insights and their stories. So let us come back tomorrow, okay, for more dialogues, forums, and interview sessions, especially if you're new to our hair industry in Malaysia. So you shouldn't miss out tomorrow. Make sure you follow our Facebook page as well. It's called Beauty Online Trade Show. And at our website, beautyonlinetradeshow.com for more updates. Stay safe and always wear a mask. And we shall see you tomorrow soon. See you there.